All right, welcome back everyone to the Nutty Playbook. We're missing a couple people tonight. Hopefully one of them joined us. The other one, she probably will not be here tonight, but we send their best wishes. I gotta fix up the windows. Looks like stuff is a little bit disorganized.
I am half Ira, full Dahlia.
Yeah, everything's kind of messed up right now. It's a little weird. Because we're missing
we're
two
about
people.
to get in a tavern brawl.
Yeah, it's because we're missing two people, not just one person. So hang on 1 second.
I haven't got you. How often will that happen?
Bear with me for just a moment. If Streamline's a little bit smarter, allow me to do this while on a different screen, that'd be better. But, so let me.
Syllaboo, or whatever that TikTok person said.
You know that thing?
Yeah, that someone was like, Syllaboo! And everyone was like, what did you say?
Excuse you?
As the French people say, Syllaboo.
Under the view?
Nunning?
Or under the plural you, one or the other.
Bear with me for a second.
Under y'all.
Bless your heart.
Oh, bless your heart. Gotta have a big hat for that.
A big heap and helping. Oh, I didn't put my card in that message.
Alright. I think everything is good. So we're gonna go into the intro.
Didn't try to do an Apollo accent last time.
Alright, let's fix that. And let's fix that. There we go. Alright. Let me make sure.
Wait, no, gravity. Okay, never mind. Sorry, it's delayed.
Let me make sure.
Ignore me. I don't exist.
So, we might have Apollo join in. He is a little busy right now, and Zephinia has a family problems that's totally understandable. So we're gonna persevere on. The team last left off made their way into Carthus after having some trouble with some of the dragon riders of Nilithir. Losing them, you eventually landed your way there and made your way over to the Soren Isles Tavern. Find yourself into a quite large, as in very wide tavern. Unlike the taverns you usually see that have like a second floor for an inn, this is specifically just get your booze, get your food, maybe party it up a little bit. After spending some time looking around, not only do you see wanted posters that are high value for Soma Theraphor, you eventually do spot Zarmir being at a table with two assassins, part of a brother's cult. And eventually noticing 10 average soldiers starting to spread themselves around the place, with most of your assumptions assuming that, based off what you can find out and kind of reading the room, especially with conversation with Zarmir and the two, is that they believe that he knows, or at least knows someone who knows how to find Soma, trying to make easy money quickly. Also, with the possibility that, due to the wanted posters, Soma is not far. Whether he's in town or in the town nearby, he is somewhere in the vicinity and has been either creating trouble for Averant, or it's just become a problem that Averant is following and wants him taken care of. Some moves were taken, and it was noticed that there was one soldier, the commander, that stood out. Through a little bit of deduction and a little bit of mind sweeping, you guys were able to figure out, at least Dahlia and Paulo, this person's familiar to you, but you do not yet know who it is. Eventually, after Apollo mentions, I forgot the exact words, but bringing up that we'll have to take care of them, he immediately rushes up into battle, drawing his sword. So, we're going to roll initiative.
Always fun.
Can I do a thing before we roll initiative?
Absolutely.
Or... Cool, I'm gonna cast Darkness on the table.
Thanks,
80s Nerd Bomb, for the follow.
The slow head shake for me.
I was just like, I'm like looking at the screens, like, which one has it? Ah, there it is. All right, you're casting Darkness. What point are you casting it on?
I will, wherever the table. I'm assuming it's this table. I could be wrong.
Okay, so to put it in perspective, this was the table that they were at. So
sick.
The assassins are by there, but Gaju and Zarmir have already tried to stealth their way out due to the natural 20. So they have already moved behind.
We'll put it on that table.
On this one?
To discombobulate. Yeah.
What's the radius of the? What's the radius of it?
You know, I was really confident about this idea until I saw how big this place is. Now I'm less confident, but I'm gonna do it. 60 feet actually.
60 feet. Okay. Well, that covers a lot.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Anything else before the combat begins that would have been taken? Fantastic. All right. I'm going to pull up Apollo's sheet since I'm assuming he's going to come in eventually, so we're going to roll initiative for him. If somebody else wants to roll for him, you can. I'll pull up his sheet. That way it doesn't seem bad that DM's doing it. His initiative is a... If it loads... +1. All right.
Oh, he got an 8.
8 for Apollo.
Oh boy.
All right. Because there's only a few of you here. Let's go off with Dira. What you got?
16.
Dahlia.
I got a 19.
And Gaju.
14.
Okay, not bad.
Ooh, I was ready for you to say 4. You were looking nervous.
You're sweating.
Listen, a 14 is not great for me.
Let me roll for your helpful
Better than our
soldier.
track record, though.
True.
He got a 17. Okay. So, I have this person's name right in front of me and almost said it out loud. I was like, no, don't say it.
Yes, do!
And then as far as the other, for the assassins, they got a 19. So, Dahlia, what's your dexterity?
Hopefully better than theirs. +3.
They got +5.
16. Oh. Well, we tried.
Damn.
We tried, y'all.
They have a 20 in dexterity.
Yeah, I was
They're
gonna
gonna have to
say,
find me
you're
first.
Probably not much of an assassin if you don't have a high dex.
Pretty much. Everything else is a dump stat to your dexterity. mostly, except for like wisdom is probably a good one to have, and charisma. And then for the random average soldiers, okay, that works out. They go between guards and Apollo.
For whom?
All right, to imply on the map,
Everything's fine.
so everybody knows what we're looking at. So, this here, this colored tile, this is actually the dance floor. Currently, this place is packed. So
On the
it's,
stream yet.
oh yeah.
Sorry.
There you go. I wouldn't have noticed.
We like our viewers being able to see what is going on.
Yeah. Where
I keep accidentally clicking on Twitch, so I also would like to see.
Oh, what the fuck? Something is going on. There you go. Okay.
Twitch is just having a time.
Yeah, it's just having a day. Okay, so
There we go.
the colored tiles are specifically a large dance floor. It is currently encumbered by people. I mean, currently right now there hasn't been much commotion to actually get people afraid since bar fights happen here all the time. This specific spot, as I lovely decorated it so well, is actually for the group that's currently playing music. You got long tables, bar tables, stools, which currently I think that's where we left Dira. So Dira, you're over
Yeah.
You're so far away.
there.
It just turns around and there's just a cloud of blackness.
These two here
This is fine.
at the table that was left, those are the brothers. Those are the assassins.
Okay.
This guy in
The ones
red,
he was sitting with, right?
yep. This guy in red
Okay.
is your friendly average soldier. Decided to go for the attack.
Our friendly neighborhood.
The rest of the
neighborhood
ones
soldiers.
in
friendly.
black tokens are all different average soldiers. This guy here on the right and this guy here on the left are the generals. They are like kind of like one step down from freelancers.
Gotcha.
All right. So, get some music rocking. And
Rocking and rolling.
rocking and a rolling. All right, so we start off with the assassins. So they're immediately gonna. This one's gonna be look around to see if he can find where Zarmir is. With Zarmir's current stealth check, he does not see him in the crowd, so he's gonna just immediately react to your friendly neighborhood soldier going ahead, and he is going to draw his double daggers and he's going to move around 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to attack him with his 2 daggers. That's a miss off the first. That's a miss off the second. He's going to use his extra attack, and that's a hit. Okay, he's going to take 16 points of damage. That's his turn. This one's going to look for Zarmir. Does not find him, so he's also going to attack your friendly neighborhood soldier. Miss. Miss. Natural 20. He's going to take 36 points of damage. And that's their turn. We're going to go to Dahlia.
I cast this with the hopes of getting the fuck out, so I'm gonna get the fuck out. Yeet. Oh my god. Cool. Oh shit. Okay, I'm just gonna use my action to dash.
Fair enough.
We're just gonna dash over here. Oh, nope, all the way. Okay. Yeah, can I like see what these cool cats are doing? Are they just still mingling and vibing?
Which ones?
Or are they like these guys?
Oh, the soldiers? They almost kind of reacted to the actual, what would be their commander attacking, and they don't know what's going on, but they are drawing their weapons. But you have no idea if they're drawing them against you or the assassins.
That's great. I'm just gonna act like a very scared drunk girl. And so that'll be my turn.
That's a terrible drunk girl thing. Give me a performance check, please.
You did this
That
to
was my
yourself.
action. I mean, if you want me to really go for it, I will. But
I would have been fine just letting you go with it, but you had to bring in the drunk girl.
I gotta keep the ruse up, you know.
You're
this is
doing
a 12.
You got 12?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. They're not really focused on you. Another
Okay,
drunk
good.
person in the crowd. All right. We go to your familiar soldier, as he is gonna charge up energy from his long sword, and he's gonna swing at the one directly in front of him.
Familiar resident, average soldier.
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay, he slashes at this guy. This one Missy steps out of the way, and let me give him a wisdom check to see if he knows where he's going to go due to the darkness. He does see through it, but it is impaired. All right, I'm going to put him here after taking the damage. So, damn it. It's going to take us extra turn. And that's a miss. Alright, we're gonna go Dira.
So Dira and her yummy tiki drink turn around on bar stool, see the big old cloud of darkness, and through Psycho Whispers, where do you need me?
We're at oh, you're asking them?
I am asking whoever will answer. Gaiju was the one who asked for backups, but
I don't know, because Gaiju can't currently see nothing.
I'll respond if he doesn't.
yeah, I mean, if there's not a
Yeah.
response, she'll come up with something. But
I would say Dahlia is probably the best and quickest to respond at the moment.
You said, where do you need me?
where do you need me?
Outside!
All right, and I'm gonna start heading outside.
Okay.
This is the outside.
Yeah,
door?
just
The
the
only
steps
door-
are
the only
leading
door,
outside.
right?
Yep, that's the only door.
All right. So let's see. I'm gonna book it outside, I guess. So,
Oh damn, you got there so quick.
I mean, she's gonna be very loud getting there really quick, but she'll get there quick.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna head out like I got it. I don't know. I'm just gonna head right out like I remembered I got to do something or something. I don't know. Let's see.
Would you look at the time?
As you're not
Look,
having a
look, I'm
timepiece on your arm,
Yeah.
the time.
I'm
Stop
late
that.
for jury duty.
That's right, and I can get here.
Darn you,
Okay,
sundials.
I dash.
All right.
So I have run. I left the drink on the thing. I have dashed
It's a
outside.
perfectly good drink. You gotta take it with you.
And I accidentally made a thing that I did not want to make. So let's make that away.
That's your drink. That's how big it was.
right. It splashed everywhere.
It's a big gulp.
It's a big goal.
That's my turn. They want me outside. I went outside.
All right.
Didn't we say it was a fishbowl?
We never implied it,
Anyway.
but I can go with it. Yeah, we can make that canon. Big, huge
There we go.
fishbowl.
Amazing.
All right. So,
It was sizable.
Gaju, on your turn, Zarmir is going to move wherever you want to move. So you can move whenever you move, he'll move with you.
Okay. I'm going to assume that while my father and I both have dark vision, we cannot see in magical darkness.
Based on the specs I give him,
Creatures with dark vision cannot see through the darkness spell.
right.
Okay.
But based off the certain specs of his magical class, he can. FYI.
Well, I can't see shit, so I'm just gonna be
Okay.
holding on to him.
Okay.
Assuming that we are still trying to sneak out of here, I am not going to dash.
Okay.
So instead, I guess I'm going to do my best to quietly fumble through the tables and the crowd with my father in hand.
Okay. You can either give me a dex check or an acrobatics check, whatever one you'd like, to move through without making a ruckus.
Okay. Oh no. That is a 4.
I mean, you can go to the destination you'd like to go. I'll move Zarmir with you, so wherever you want to go, he'll move with you.
Okay.
But the outcome will be interesting.
Okay. I have movement of 35 feet, so I will be going there.
Okay. All right. At that point, you're still within the shadows, but you do hear swords being pulled out of the sheaths. At like a lot of commotion that's going on. You don't know if it's a reaction to you or just the commotion, but you do hear swords being pulled out of sheaths. Anything else?
Let's see. I still have my action.
Oh, is Apollo joining? Yes.
Yay!
Okay.
Right in
Okay.
time.
Time to throw.
I will just unclip my storm kunai and hold my action in case anybody comes up to my father and I. Other than that, I don't know if anybody's out of there. That's all I can do, I think, right now.
Okay.
I will just be holding my action.
All right. We go to the aberrant soldiers. Most of you, or at least everybody who's still within the building, is going to hear one over here yell off a command. Be careful. We don't know what's going on within the darkness. Take it one step at a time. As he's going to move up here. They're going to move up with him. And these two are going to draw their shields while he's going to be wielding his greatsword in both hands. And I'm going to have them hold there because they're being very cautious about it. These three up on the top, they are going to stay up there and hold the reaction in case if anybody comes past them. These two are going to move in. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to assume they're going to move in so far because they're going to move slowly. And this other one yells out, I'll move in and try to meet you in the middle. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go that far. Based off the commands, you can assume they can't move. They can't see in the magical darkness either. Apollo, are you ready?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
I don't know if you have it up yet or not.
I do. I'm up. Yeah. So, magical darkness. I'm assuming is the green circle.
Yeah. So I'll give you a quick layout because it is actually perfect time because it is your initiative order. So everybody with a black ring around them is an enemy. The darkness was cast by Dahlia. You can assume that most of them can't see it through, except for the assassins. This one in the red ring is actually your current ally, aberrant soldier.
All right.
I chose to beeline the fuck out of there.
After casting darkness.
You live your best life, though, buddy.
There wasn't like any windows or anything in the bar around us, were there?
They're very small.
Please dive through a window.
They're like big enough that if you were like a halfling, you could get through. But especially with your wings, you're not able to fit through them.
Right, but was there one anywhere near me by chance?
They're pretty. I mean, like I'd say they'd go every 20 feet. So if we did the math, so it'd be like one here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, one here, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then yeah, there's one right behind you. So like right here.
Oh, but I can't. All right, I have to see though. Never mind. Disregard.
Okay. Glad I did that for you.
And the darkness goes out to outside. I can't. Right? Does it go through the wall?
I believe it stops at the wall.
Okay. All right. So DM discretion then. If I were to like lean against the wall real quick, could I see out the window, or would the magical darkness be right at the window?
You'd be able to see out the window.
Perfect. Okay. Then in that case, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. I'm gonna go ahead and press myself against their window and peek on out, and I'm gonna cast Misty Step and pour it outside the window.
Okay, that works.
He said bye.
Deuces, motherfucker.
So long. And then I'll go ahead and use. I think that's a bonus action actually. It is casting time 1 bonus action. Cool.
Yeah, Misty Step is
And
like
then
one of my favorite spells.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I got it from Fey Touch, I think. So then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna Jack Sparrow it again. I'm just gonna go ahead and like blip out and like wings out into the air, and then I'm gonna go ahead and.
Oh, see, I thought you meant you were gonna like run, like putting your arms in front and start flailing and run.
like in the air, just and look for rum. But I'm sorry. What was it? Dax Raven instead.
It's funny that we brought that up. I just like binged all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies over the weekend,
They're so good.
except for the last one. But yes,
And then I'm gonna double move to that way.
I will
towards
say
the
that's gonna be
door.
half speed. That is rough terrain because it's a lot of brush.
Oh, I'm
He's
flying
flying
over
though,
it.
right?
Oh, you're flying over. Yes, sorry.
I'm gonna blip out and into the air and then fly across.
Cool. Okay. Anything else?
Return.
Okay,
Nope,
cool.
That's all. That's all I got.
All right, we go back up to the assassins. This guy is going to, let's see if he can see where Zarmir is. Still does not see him. His fucking perceptions are sucking. So he's going to just try to move out of the darkness. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. Immediately due to reaction, the soldiers are going to immediately try to attack him, but they do not have their bows out, so they just see that he's there. This assassin's going to keep attacking your ally. Main hand miss. Offhand miss. Jesus Christ. Extra attack hits for 23. All right, we go to Dahlia.
I am going to cast Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to make. Let's see, how far can I go? Oh, ass. Well, as far as I can. So I guess it would be here, somewhere in the darkness. I would like to make a noise that sounds like a scuffle, or like swords clashing. Something that insinuates a fight in the darkness, to grab the rest of the soldiers' attentions.
Okay. All right.
Ideally, I would like them to say something, but I don't know if I can do that with Thaumaturgy, because it just says a
It makes
instantaneous
a
noise.
sound. It just makes a sound. Yeah. So
How awesome would it be if I could be like, "Die, New Averant scum," and then they all can get really mad.
I will allow you to either just make me a charisma check or performance check, because you got to make this sound louder than the rest of the people. Because take account, it's not just you guys in here. There are other people that are still either entertaining themselves or like, oh, a fight going on. I'm going to beat up this dude next to me, kind of like that. So there is sound going on. So see if you can
Oh
overwhelm
yeah,
that
get it
sound.
going! Start throwing hands, everyone. Be excellent. Hold, please. Hold
Carthus
it
is
a
kind of like the
little bit longer.
Tortuga of Averant.
Yeah, that was a 5. So
Okay.
it's 5 octaves louder?
You no. You can hear it. You don't know how much effect it has to the people inside the shadow, but you were able to make a sound.
I was trying to get these silly gooses, and Assassin too, because I don't like him. Those silly gooses.
I'd say with your
attention, that's
passive
all.
perception, you could see that they're still these 3 at least are focused on this guy, but they already were kind of focused on him before you did thaumaturgy.
Oh, they're looking at him.
Yep.
Oh, well, shit. Then, girl Dahlia is gonna be like, "That's him! He started it!" And I'm gonna point at him.
Okay, fair enough.
He threw a chair at me.
All right, so your ally's turn. He's gonna try to take his friend out.
Oh wait, I forgot to move 30 feet. Can I do that and then on my turn?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks. That's all.
That's a hit.
Oh wait, 35
and
feet.
Second attack is a miss. So first hit. Okay, he's gonna take 16 points. This one is gonna activate an ability. You guys can't see, but it's gonna be. He's used an ability. It's gonna work onto his brother.
Witchcraft.
Black magic, sorcery. And then this one is going to immediately run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And end it there. Dira.
Alrighty, how high up are you, Apollo? Can I see you over the brush from the... Well, I should be able to come at the top of the steps.
Yeah, I mean, the brush isn't too high. You should be able to see him.
Alright. What's going on? She said outside.
It appears there's darkness that Dahlia threw up, and there's a bar fight, and we're trying to get out.
Alright, well, I guess we're out. I'm gonna come tuck myself over here where I can see people coming out in case stuff is needed. Actually, no, I lie. I'm gonna stay closer because I don't trust that I don't need to go back in. I'm a horrible liar. I am going to stand here, and I am going to hold an attack if anybody comes by looking like they're mad at us.
Okay. All right. All right. Got you.
I can't see anything.
No.
And I don't know that my dad can see. Do I hear this guy coming up behind us?
Yes. You hear someone running up, but you don't know if he's necessarily running up to you or if it's just another random person of the 50 people around that are just like, fucking bar fight! And just like cracking glass against shit.
Okay. As a player, I just want to run. As a character, unfortunately, this warrants an attack.
This would have worked better if I like had a token out for like all the different NPCs, but it would have made it completely confusing for you guys. I did create like an NPC of like all the different tavern keepers, but it was like weird.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not being able to see who it is, I'm just gonna fling my kunai at him. Let me.
At which person?
Yeah, him.
Okay.
Just because I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Would holding an attack be beneficial in this situation? As a player, I'm asking.
I think because it's already my turn, it kind of...
Well,
okay, valid.
I mean, it's up to you. You could say you move continually forward, and then at the end of the turn, you could hold attack in case if for some reason someone does run up to you with malicious intent. But if you're trying to react to something now, that's different.
Yeah. Well, that was a natural 20.
Okay.
For a total of 30 to hit.
Fair enough.
Not our familiar resident New Avern soldier.
His mistake for running up behind me, man.
How dare
You know me. You know better.
Oh god, sorry. It's been a while since I used this weapon. Okay, I think it's... Why is D&D Beyond doing this? Okay, I think it's... Is it 1d4 plus 5 damage plus lightning is what I'm reading?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Because you're registering as a dagger, but you're applying lightning damage to it, so that does make sense, yep.
Okay. Oh, and then because it was a natural 20, I doubled the dice.
Correct. Including
Okay.
the lightning dice.
Okay, so that was 1 for 2 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
5, so 10 lightning damage.
Okay. As
Oh,
you...
I'm stupid. That's with a +5 to the original damage, so yeah.
So then additional +10 because you double that as well.
Okay.
So 20.
I don't roll natural 20s on damage
Oh, you're
often.
good.
Okay, so that was my action. I can't see anybody ahead of me, so unless my father says something, I am just going to continue stumbling forward.
Okay. As you move 5 feet, he's immediately gonna pull on your hand and not say anything, but he's just gonna like try to put his hand up as close to you to like show you, to be like don't go that way.
Okay,
Like he's not
I
trying
don't
to
know
say
if I would
anything out
even
loud.
Do that?
He doesn't want. It's like he's specifically not speaking, but he's trying to gesture to you to not go in that direction.
He would have awakened mind on him because I would assume
Oh.
I'm keeping that up. So
Gotcha. He's just then he will communicate to you. There's a few guys with swords out there. You probably don't want to go in that direction.
can you see right now?
Yeah, I mean not great. When my eyes are a little bad, but I can at least see a little bit.
Can you at least lead to a better way out?
If you don't mind me leading, yeah, I can take you to a different way out. Might have to go back the way we came to avoid this. I think your friend was going in the proper direction if we head back the way she went.
Alright, lead the way. And I'm just holding on to him.
Okay, so he's gonna move his 30 feet because that's the maximum movement he's got. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's gonna move over here.
So I assume
Yep.
there.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're not quite out of the shadow yet, but he's trying to get you like.
Understandable.
So you like moved around here and then kind of over here.
Okay.
Is there anything? So you did. Is there like a bonus action you want to do?
Not currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing right now.
Aberrant soldiers are going to hold minus this guy who's going to keep moving in 30 feet until he hits something. 10, 15, 20. He's going to run into a random bartendant and he's going to move through. Another 5, 10. He's going to move here. And then we're going to go to Paulo.
Yeah, here's 30. Okay, I was gonna move to there so I get closer to Dira, and I'm gonna keep looking into the windows now that I'm kind of passing to see if I see anybody. And if I see Dahlia and she looks out, I'm just gonna. What's about it?
What up?
Do I see him?
With your
Or
passive
like a
perception,
peace sign?
yeah, you would see him.
I just like okay.
It's like, how the fuck did you get out there? All right.
I stopped asking questions about Hades long ago.
All right, we go back up to the assassins. They are going to now try to see if they can find him because their perception checks are doing terrible. Nope. The other one. God damn. Okay, no, they do not see him. All right, so they are going to decide to cut their losses and they're going to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'm actually going to say they're going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. Dahlia.
My bad. That's all I did in the meantime. These are the same silly gooses that were around Zarmir, so it's safe to assume that they're going to be looking for him. Or are they hightailing it out? They're not turning
They look
back
like
at
they're
all.
trying to book it. Looks like they're cutting their losses as they see the amount of average soldiers in the shadow, and they look like they're cutting their losses for right now.
Yeah. Sucks for them, honestly. I'm just gonna let them go, and, I can't see Zarmir or Gaiju, even though they're near the outside, right? Like, they're still kind of on the cusp.
Yeah, you don't see them.
Okay. Well, shit. Husband, future husband, where are you?
Because I forgot, based on your mixed race I made for you, are you able to see through magical darkness or just regular darkness? Because I forgot what it gave you as being half drow. I mean, regular drows can't see through magical darkness, but I don't know if I gave you something.
I don't... I am browsing briefly. I don't have anything here.
Okay,
that
then yeah,
says
then
I
you
do.
can't see them. Even though they are right
yeah.
there, they're still within the actual darkness itself, so you cannot see them even though they're right there at the cusp.
I want to keep it up because it's a good distraction. I will just cast Thaumaturgy again, and fuck. Wait, I don't even think I'm in range to do that. Sorry, I'm like, geez, how destructive can I be without actually destroying anything?
I cast Fireball, but it's all wood. I did not ask what it
I don't care
was.
how
I
big the
cast
tavern is.
Fireball.
I wish I had Fireball. I would make people quake in their boots.
Just call Apollo. Be like, dude, fire spell, please.
We
I
keep
know you
him
got
around
one.
for a reason. He has good books and he casts Fireball.
Right. And apparently he is quite a ladies' man.
I get a charmer away in there. If it's not me, it's him. Let's see, that's a concentration as well, so I can't double concentration. Okay, I'm gonna keep it up, and I'm not gonna dash, but I will use my full movement. Or I'll dash just enough to get to the doorway here. Gosh darn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm gonna get right here next to our friend the assassin as he's running out of there.
Okay.
But I'm gonna turn and see if I can see any of our fellow friends emerge from the shadows. And by our fellow friends, I mean just one fellow friend, because everyone else is clearly accounted for. So
Zafina's been gone for a
and
minute, and yeah.
I do have Psychic Whispers up still. So I will call and be like, check in, where is everyone? Hi, Dara. I see you, yes. And Apollo's outside. Okay. Can you follow the sound of my voice? And I'm just gonna...
Your voice is in my head.
Okay, then I'm gonna yell, over here!
Yes.
Did you hear that?
What even kind of fun?
That will be my turn, Joe. Back to you.
It's a great turn. I love it. Good stuff. All right. Oh, God. All right. Friendly neighborhood soldier is going to make sure that no one intercepts Gaiju and Zarmir, so he's actually going to run directly into battle. He's going to attack this guy, knowing that he cannot see them, so he will have advantage. Ooh. And... Ooh. Alright, with a couple slashes out of shadows, this guy is dead. And then he's going to hold there, only having 2 attacks. Alright, Dira.
All right. Well, I see Dahlia now, so I kind of look at her and I look at the guys there, and she doesn't seem to be attacking them. So I'm just going to kind of clear out of their way and stand at the bottom of the stairs. And again, be ready to attack if someone comes by who needs it.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Okay.
Are you still gonna be linked to Zarmir and just let him lead?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. I want to say as soon as we're out of the darkness, probably dash the remainder of Zarmir's ability.
Okay. Got it. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Other than that, I'm just going to be looking around, making sure nobody's going to fuck with us.
Okay. Alright. Currently now, as far as you can tell, there's, other than random patrons, no one is in the vicinity. You do see the assassins in front of you, but you can clearly see that they are not looking back, and they're just immediately trying to get out of here before things get negative for them.
Gotcha.
The soldiers, this guy is going to move in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's go move over there. Still not seen. Alright. Apollo, anything you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bookend right over there with
Still
Dira,
there?
and I'll come down and land at that point once
Okay.
I'm in the clearing.
Got it.
Come down, land, and I will just kind of hang out there. I think that was probably a double move to get there. So.
Okay. Alright. Go to the assassins. As soon as they get to about this far, you're going to start to see them start to fall into their shadows until their shadows actually kind of like disappear and they vanish. Dahlia.
Okay. Well, I see.
You do see Gaju.
I see the Dromics showing up, and I'm like, "Whew, cool." But then I see our friendly neighborhood average soldier start attacking other average soldiers in view, and I go, "Ooh," and I move darkness over to cover him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move it over, and I'm just like, "Oh, no one needs to see that."
How far are you moving it over? Like 10 feet? 20 feet?
Yeah, hold on. So it spawned here. Move it a good 40 feet over to where like it's not gonna cover Gaiju in darkness, but give our pal here a little more anonymity as he
Okay.
now kills a bunch of soldiers. Yeah. So we'll do that.
Okay.
I'll look at Gaiju and be like, "Is he with us? Should we just go?"
You can respond.
I don't fucking know.
Right. Okay, so we're going.
Okay. I'm going to say with that, there's no way the aberrant soldiers are going to see you with that move. Combat's done. You guys are steer clear. You guys good. The darkness already kind of made the combat kind of like, yeah, they're not going to see through that. So you guys are good. And you are free out of the tavern to go where you see fit with Zarmir on tail.
Okay. I assume we just kind of sneak our way out the door.
Yeah, I gesture to where the assassins were. I said, y'all saw them disappear too, right?
What?
Appears as though they went into the shadows or some kind.
Fellas in black? They were there. They were gone. They were there, right?
I mean, they ran by.
All right. Good enough.
As long as they're gone.
I just want to make sure I did not imagine that, because they ain't there now.
Oh, they stepped into some form of shadow and disappeared.
All right. I did not imagine that. Thank you. Where are we going now?
Not here. We should go.
I vote for that, and I just start marching the direction that Apollo is pointing.
Okay.
Whatever, even though it's a random direction.
Freya? She's connected through psychic whispers.
Yeah.
Where did you go? We're having the big family meeting in front of the tavern.
Oh, I was told to be quiet.
You can be quietly over here.
Oh, you're over at the tavern. Okay.
Just up front.
Okay.
By the beach.
It'll take me a bit to get back, but I'll be there soon.
Where did you go?
Nowhere. I'll be back. I'll be there soon.
Where did you go?
No, it's good. I'll be back.
Freya,
If
you want to come on missions with us, you will join. You will tell us where you are.
I saw a bunch of herds of animals out in the desert. I decided to follow them, and I got lost. And I think I can find my way back.
Well, that's.
I say this out of psychic whispers. I'm like, she is so grounded.
She's lucky Brun isn't here.
Good luck with that.
Psychic whispers back. You better get over here quick. You're defeating the point of a stealth mission.
Oh, okay. I'll be there as soon as I can. Sorry, whenever I'm in this form, I get distracted very easily, and there's a herd of animals and. Very
Do
distracting.
I need to talk to you every 5 minutes to make sure you're on track?
I mean, you could, but you didn't want to hear me make bird sounds all the time. You found it annoying.
Oh. Alright, hurry here, please.
Okay.
Speaking of flying,
okay.
folks, Zephinia coming down to join us?
I'll say that she's coming back at this point.
Which building is the tavern again?
Tavern is gonna be this guy over here. Oh, sorry, it's on the wrong person.
Okay,
It's gonna be all the way over here.
Okay, so we're right by the wall.
Yep. Yeah. So, but compared to what the picture shows, there's actually two buildings there, and it's the front, not the one that has a double side on it, double floor on it. So it's not against the wall; it's against a building that's against the wall.
If we go to the edge of the building, can we see around?
Yeah, I mean, there's no guards that stop you from walking around the wall. You can easily just go around the beach and they just get to the other side of the wall if you still feel inclined.
I mean, I would say that's probably our best bet.
I'm following you.
I
assume my father is still moving with us.
Yep, he's just being really, really quiet, and he's just kind of just following with whatever you guys want. I would assume that you would know. Oh, and things are kind of messed up a little bit right now with layouts. Hang on a second. I forgot to change things when we switched back to the other thing. I would assume that due to the area, that if places aren't being guarded, it's most likely due to the wildlife. That's just kind of enter at your own risk. That there's dangers of maybe creatures that they can't control and really don't want to. So they're not covering the border, but it's probably because they don't want to use the manpower to defend against every beast that's going to come in their direction.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just sticking to you without saying anything. He looks kind of embarrassed by the situation, but yeah.
Treya, meet us on the outside of the kingdom, just on the other side of the wall near the tavern.
Okay.
We say
Okay, I'll be there soon.
Gonna follow behind Gaiju and his dad a good distance. Not right there. I sense the tension. A little nervous.
Well, once we're out and at a stopping point, Dira's basically gonna walk up and go, hello, sir. Dear Mullane. I Sounds like we had a little trouble back there.
I apologize. Greetings. Sorry, as he kind of like readjusts like his leg and kind of just like almost like old man kind of like popping in his shoulder and kind of like straightening some stuff out. Kind of tightens up what dirty outfit he's got on. Pleasure.
You all right?
Sorry, it's occupational problems, age, the works. Nothing really works anymore. Some parts worse than others.
Child of a blacksmith, I got an idea what that might be like. Anyway, we are here. I kind of look between him and Gaju. Now what?
I wish I knew.
Do we want to head back to the ship? Do you two need a private moment, or
You'll have a ship. This is Zarmir talking.
So how we got here?
So you're, as he points over to God, you're not coming back to stay. You're just in and out.
I wouldn't say in and out. Doing my own duties.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll follow suit. Whatever y'all want to do. I just thank you for getting me out of the whatever it was.
What was it?
Just kind of looks around. Their brotherhood, cult, whatever you want to call it, they're a mess on this part of Nelithir, but they thought I had information about someone, and somehow they knew you were coming, and they assumed that you would have the information, and I don't know. Apparently this Soma person, whoever the fuck he is of some importance, and they were trying to get me to get you to, I don't know, I don't get it, but they've been fucking with me for some time, even before that, and it's...
how do you know that we know Soma?
I don't. Somehow
So
they
why
do.
would they? You don't know how?
No, I don't know who this person is, but they've been roughing me up for some time. A little bit here, a little bit there, extorting me for gold a little bit here, and jobs to do a little bit there. But apparently when this high price for this whatever is out there, they found out that I'm his father, and they assumed that I could convince him to come here to maybe find out a way. I don't know. I told him that it was...
I'm gonna insight this.
Okay,
Can I also insight this?
sure.
That is a 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah. You got this because I only got a 15.
He's hiding something. But it's not lying about what he's saying. Whatever they're trying to get him for is they're trying to make big money quick by trying to capture Soma and take him to the authorities to make money off of that. Due to the relationship between Gaju and him, it was a sort of, we're maybe like, we got your father, tell us where Soma is, and we'll let him go, kind of thing like that. But there's something more to it that he's not telling you. Something a little bit more direct that he's not mentioning.
Okay. Hades is actually gonna kind of like, are we moving still or do we stop?
This is up to you guys.
Figured- well, we told Treya to meet us out here. Maybe we just kind of stuck the trees
Yeah,
over here.
we probably don't want to go too far without Treya.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see if
I don't know if we were like
consider
walking,
some
talking, or if we'd stopped and started talking.
Say we're probably stopped by now.
Okay. So Hades is gonna actually like kind of come up and, oh man, for lack of a better term, he's gonna get into Gaiju's dad's face, and be like, I'm sorry here. 1 second, if you would. So you're acting as though it is surprising that Gaiju is not going to be staying around, which he must get that quality from his own father. But the thing of the fact is here is there is something more going on here, and we just pulled your proverbial ass, pardon my Elvish, out of the fire. And I do believe that you owe us, and specifically your son here, Gaiju, a full explanation of what is going on, instead of hiding whatever you are trying to hide at this time.
Give me an intimidation check. You're getting up in this business. Give me intimidation.
Hades.
That's my best friend.
That's a bullshit.
Right.
That's my boy.
Let's see what I got there. Intimidation's +5, so a dirty 20.
Okay. All right. So he looks at you. He kind of like, the one sort of good leg that he's got left. He's kind of like scraping the ground underneath him, the sand, and it's kind of netted hair is kind of trying to put it aside as he tries to look. All right. Their brotherhood, I've had dealings with them before. I've needed their help with an expedition that I had, and I didn't have any money, and they helped me out, and it did not prove fruitful, and I was not able to pay back the value, let alone not the interest. And they wanted me to find a way to pay it off. When I found out that my son was based on your clothing, I'm assuming you're not anymore, but an average soldier, I assumed that I could make an easy cash in by dealing it that way.
Hades at this point is bubbling over because he's seeing a little bit of the abandonment issues of his own. He's going to punch Gaiju's dad in the face.
Okay, fair enough.
Because and if he does it, he's just gonna be like, "You were trying to sell out your own son."
Okay, give me. I'll say just due to the anger, you can give me athletic checks with advantage.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming you're
I'm
not trying
glad
to
he
kill him.
did
You're just trying to threaten him with like the punch and just using your anger.
I'm not like necessarily trying to hurt him, but it's straight up just I'm punching him because how dare
He
you?
deserves it.
So I'm sorry. What do you want me to roll?
Athletics with advantage due to the anger and the frustration.
Athletics. Okay.
I know it's your dump stat, but advantage might be able to help.
Okay. Weirdly enough, I just rolled 2 18, so this was the dice want this to happen. So that's a 17.
As you immediately just kind of like breathe in, like nope, and then you immediately just suck punch him straight in the face. Like he just trips over his bad leg and immediately like falls back, and immediately just slams against the ground. He's like immediately like bloody nose.
Whoa!
Damn it! That
Hey!
hurt.
The fuck!
All right, everybody, cool down a little bit. I can't say I blame him, but it ain't helping much. You okay? You good,
Made me
Hades?
feel
You
better.
good?
And he just made me feel better, and he's gonna turn and just kind of walk away a little bit.
Like his nose is kind of broken. He's like, God damn it, you! You're the only good thing I had left on me.
I will
It'll
slowly
heal.
walk up to my father. I will extend a hand.
He kind of like looks at you, gives it a second, and he like slowly grabs the hand, hoping that's not going to create any problems.
I let go.
And then he just tried. All right, yep. I figured that was gonna happen. All right.
It's for me.
Yeah. And he kind of like takes like a stick off the ground and kind of like pushes himself up and kind of like leans up against a wall. And you can tell that even without being injured, his body is currently frail. Whether or not it's just his condition at this point due to age and just maybe a lot of injuries in his past, or just maybe he hasn't had rest in a while, or a mixture of both. You can't tell, but he's just like clean. Well, let me ask you a question. Why did you come? What did you expect coming here?
I came from Mum, actually.
Well, she's not here.
No shit. I don't even have words for you. "23 years. You were gone. Doing what? What expeditions were so goddamn important?"
He looks at you, trying to see if you have seen something. Are you being closed off to him, or are you allowing any information to come through?
I'm being closed off.
Closed off? Okay, he does not see anything from you. He's just like... I got wrapped up in something that I was trying to... I was trying to find something. I was trying to... Like, through the conversation that he starts to give you, you can assume he's trying to do, like, that one quick, get-quick scheme that kind of got out of hand. You know, kind of like, I'm going to do everything to do this one easy job, and then it's kind of pay. Is it kind of like, if it just would have worked, none of this would have happened, but didn't have it.
What was it?
This ain't the time to be vague, sir.
He looks at you again, Gaju. He's going to try to make an insight check. Nope. I have my grandfather, your great-grandfather, had information of an old ruins that's been lost forever in Nelithir. No one's seen it for a long time, and I figured if I had the information and I had the key and I had everything, I could go find it and get the riches, and we wouldn't have to live in the situation that we were in, and we wouldn't have to... It's over now. The years have passed. I wasn't able to find it, and I know it's out there somewhere, but I took, and now they want it back, and I have nothing to give other than flesh. He just like looks at you. If I said I'm sorry,
gonna drop my disguise.
You're gonna do what? You're gonna drop your disguise? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get up right in his face.
Kind of like leans back a little bit, knowing that he, even if he wanted to bring up an arm to you, it wouldn't do no good against, he has no body strength of his own. He just kind of leans back as far against the wall as possible.
Out of the situation we were in. We were happy. Mom's business was thriving, and you left us for riches that you didn't even know existed? We were worse off when you left us. Mom spent all of our coin trying to find your fucking sorry ass. Medicana joined the Royal Guard, just to make some kind of coin, and then I did 2 years later. We would have been better off if you had just stayed. Now look at us. You had so many opportunities to come back, to say sorry, to make up for everything that you did. You just disappeared. What kind of husband and father does that?
He just looks at you. God, I don't want to make it like a get real, like a super real conversation, because this can get a little bit too dramatic. He kind of like gets kind of, he kind of like doesn't push back, but he kind of like takes like his neck and head and kind of like leans a little bit further, but still keeps like his body against the wall. Nothing. I had nothing to give. I needed... You wouldn't understand. None of you would.
I wouldn't? I've spent 18 years running for a crime I didn't commit. I understand completely what it is like to not be able to give anything to a group. To my parents, to my sister, and to myself. You are a coward. And maybe I should have left you in that tavern. But maybe for once I wanted answers in my fucking life.
Kind of has like a tail between his legs, head down, now kind of having some weight of the shame that it's seen physically on his face. It's kind of like, there's no answer I can give you. What's happened. If you want to swing at me again, swing at me. If it makes you feel good. As he kind of like squints one of the eyes, assuming that you're going to swing at him.
So that's it? That's all you have to say? It's been that long? And that's the only answers you have?
He's going to try to read Gaju again. He's doing a bad job of doing it. Oh god, no he can't. Alright. He kind of like looks at you again, Gaju, and you can tell he's looking for something at you, seeing if there's something in you that he can find, and he just doesn't see it. And he's just like, just shakes his head. No.
Is him doing this?
You can give your perception check to see if you can notice him trying to read something about you.
Natural 20.
Ooh. Okay.
What are you looking for?
See if you've seen it. He's like still looking at you.
Seen what?
Kind of just like takes a stick that he's leaning on. He sits kind of like just leaning up against the wall and then against the stick, and just kind of like looks at you. Kind of like looks at the side, looks at each side. Almost like he's seen something that's not physically there. You have it, don't you? You have the sight. Don't you?
Are you referring to?
He like tries to lift up his hands, and it looks like he's trying to touch your face. You gonna let him do it?
I will flinch back first.
It's like, I don't have the strength to harm you.
Wouldn't let you if you tried. You've done enough damage as is.
He quick just smacks his hands to your head as you immediately get pulled into the vision that you saw of the first and your ancestor through his vision. Seeing exactly what you saw before, but the exact same vision that he saw when he was your age. And it goes back further to his grandfather, and so on and so forth. Until so far he sees like this great, old, large, like Egyptian pyramid. And he pulls himself back out. You do have it. I knew your sister wouldn't have it, but I didn't think you would have it. That is what I'm searching for. That is what whether or not you believe me, or whether or not you care, whether or not you stay, whether or not you go, that will eventually, and many other things that you see will eventually haunt you every night until you're able to figure them out. I saw many things. So many things. And yeah, I went for riches, I went for gold. But realistically, more than anything, he starts like kind of like scratching his head and some of the hairs kind of fall out. I went there for answers. I wanted to be there for answers. But my means, as he kind of starts rubbing the bum knee that he has attached to his bad leg, and starts messing his shoulders, I can't do it anymore. Believe me if you want to, but you'll eventually see what I've seen, just in your own way. And it'll haunt you every moment of every day and night. I didn't want your mother to see it, so I left, hoping I could find it, and then I fell down a dark hole of pain and regret. Then it was about the money. I couldn't afford anything anymore. I couldn't do anything anymore. Thought about coming home, but not in the condition I was in. Because he just like kind of looks down and just drops his stick and just kind of like leans up against the wall, just sighing. He just goes quiet for a bit, just looking up at the sky, holding his arm, kind of like trying to squeeze to get blood flow to go through.
Was it worth it?
Just
I heard two at once.
Go ahead. Got you.
you couldn't have just told us.
As you said, I'm not going to deny it. I'm a coward. Terrible father, terrible husband. I was hoping that I could quick figure it out, quick get an answer, and it wouldn't have turned into the spiral it did. But it did turn into what it did, and slowly but surely I think I just tried to convince myself that I couldn't come home, and therefore I didn't. But I didn't lie about the other soldier. Those assassins want him, and they believe that you know where he is, but they're originally trying, after I failed to get to a temple, once they figured out what was inside, or what they assumed was inside, they kept forcing me to keep looking for it, and I'm physically less of what I was due to it. And I believe now they believe that they'll keep breaking me until I find it. I don't think I had the strength to find it anymore.
What do they think is inside?
But any thief thinks it's inside of a tomb. Gold, riches, who knows? Maybe you think there's some kind of magical artifact in there. I don't know. I've never seen in my visions what's inside. I only know that the key to whatever is up here. And these visions that I get and that my ancestors got somehow are linked to that location, or at least lead to a piece of the puzzle.
Was it worth it? Your greed and your pride?
No. Not one bit.
So fix it.
He looks it back at you, got you with tears in his eyes. It's been so, I don't know how. I don't know where to begin. I don't even know if I physically can. Because he just like drops to his knees, just kind of like crying and sobbing into this sand and dirt beneath his legs. Kind of now not both physically broken, but emotionally broken. As if he was trying to hold it on as best as he could up until this moment. And now with all this weight of everything coming in and seeing his son again, he is letting everything out.
You can go home. You can give Mom all the answers that she has been waiting 23 years for. You can apologize for destroying her life. For mine. For my sisters. And you can spend the rest of your life making up for that. I will not tell you how to live your life. If you want to fix things, you'll find a way to do it.
As he still kind of like in like a all fours position on the ground, and kind of looks up you with water in his eyes. I can't even remember your mother's face. Images are gone to me. It's not just due to time, but I just can't even. He just tries to, and it's like it's been so long since I remembered the smell.
There's one way to fix that.
Can I insight check myself?
For what?
If I have this supposed sight, is there a way to reflect that, similar to what my father just did?
I mean, you... Okay, yeah, you can give me an insight check.
Only a 7.
The only thing you can assume he's referring to is the visions you've been consistently having. Ever since seeing the future of Dahlia's death is possibly what you're referring to. And the reason why you're given the blade to be able to at least lessen the blow of what they'll eventually do to you. But other than that, you don't specifically know if what you have and what he has, it's the same thing. But the vision that he showed you is the exact same vision that you had of the Bahamut brother Gareth. As if it wasn't directly intended for you, but directed towards any descendant that saw it. And it just reacted autonomously with that person, like a recorded message.
As far as I know, she still lives in the same house. She hasn't been well in years. Not since you left. She's gained weight. And there's lots of grey in her hair. When you were gone, she fell into a dark depression. And it was up to me, a 15-year-old boy, to run her business. Before I joined the Royal Guard, I finally got to see her smile again. I imagine that smile has been long gone. But maybe you can bring that back. Because I think, no matter what you've done, or how long you've been gone, the one person in this world that can forgive you is her.
He looks up to you. You can assume he's trying to think about your mother. He's trying to see if he can remember her face and try to remember her voice, her smell, her actions, everything. And as you can kind of see a slight smile on his face of hope, immediately, like a hard migraine just goes to his head. Not now. And he immediately just starts, like, seizing right there on the ground. And he immediately just starts grabbing his head until he just passes out.
I'm on him in a hot second with any sort of spell, lesser restoration, healing word, cure wounds, whatever, to see if something will work.
Okay. As you try to go through the appropriate spells to counteract to whatever is ailing him, you seem like you calm it down, but he does not wake up. He's alive. He's not dead. But he's currently
Can I do a medicine check to
Sure.
see if it's
You can see medicine.
whether
check.
it's supernatural, like whether
Well,
it's
medicine
you know,
check will only be limited to the physical. Arcana
well-
would be limited to the more supernatural.
We'll start with a medicine check. That's a 14.
14. He's as healthy as he looks, which is not that great. But it does not look like it has gotten any worse of the last 2 minutes since this happened. You assume that whatever happened is not physical.
Okay, can I try an Arcana check?
Sure.
That's a 13.
13. Based on this, you have never really been taught in the ways of whatever this is, if you can even try to think of it any way. Whatever is happening to him is something arcane in nature, but it seems older than your training. Whatever's afflicting him it feels similar to a curse, but it's not a curse. It's like an effect that he can't get rid of, but it's not something he can easily just get rid of, like a remove curse spell. Something is ailing him, and it seems to be localized to his memory.
I will, in the spirit of trying, burn a greater restoration. To see if that would affect him, whether he's petrified in some form or any sort of type relating to a curse. It won't get rid of a curse, but...
Effectiveness, charm, petrified, curse, including targets and any reactions. Does not affect him. You try and it does not seem to work.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
As far as you can tell, based on your medicine check, he is not dying. At least not at this moment. But whatever is afflicting him is, as far as you can register, a magical affliction of what seems dementia. And maybe the trying to pull back as much memories as possible literally, like, not permanently, but temporarily, like, broke him. And he had to pass out due to it, to let his mind regenerate.
I'll relay that to everyone there.
I guess we let him rest then. I'm just gonna roll up like a cloak and put it under his head.
Okay.
Should we move or stay?
At this point, you see a bird come in. Really fly around, circle around you. Really just transforms, and she kind of like lands right improperly. Hey! Sorry, I'm late. Sorry. Wait, who's that? Is he dead? Did we kill somebody again?
This is my father.
He's not dead.
Oh,
Yes.
oh good. All right.
Alright, what kind of healing abilities do you have?
Not really great ones. I mean, I can heal a couple people, but...
Anything for curses or magical afflictions?
No. Why, is he cursed?
No. Just asking.
Okay. No, I don't. I got simple healing spells. I'm not a... Well, you're a cleric. Can't you?
Yes. Thera?
I can try to spell magic.
Dispel magic.
I could try those as well. But by all means.
Can I make an
You're not
Arcana check
really
to
reverse
see?
curse?
I was like, to see if like the three of us together casting dispel magic at the same time could alleviate this.
I'll say with you three focusing on it at once, you're able to eliminate the arcane pressure against him. He still needs to let his body regenerate, but the affliction has subsided if you all work together.
All right. And once we've done that, when he comes to, I'm also gonna, since it seems like he's just physically shot, I'm gonna do we'll do 20 points of lay on hands.
Okay. You're able to correct the bruises he got from being slapped around, and nose refix from the punch. A little bit of the bruise from the smack. He does not wake up right away, so if you guys are waiting for him to wake up, he will not be soon.
I'm gonna walk up to
Is he
guide you and
doing better.
Go ahead, dear. It's fine.
I just said he seems to be doing better.
Yeah, if you all did Dispel Magic, since you all are arcane, why don't you, all three of you, roll Arcana for me. See if you guys can get a group answer to try to explain this.
15.
That's
Oh my
11.
god, 18.
Okay, so between the three of you, you're all kind of investigating this and literally, magically probing into his head. It's almost as what you can assume, and not almost, it is. It's as it's the mind being overwhelmed with too many things at once. A human that almost absorbs a whole spell book. Their mind cannot handle the amount of information that gets processed in there. It's the same thing. It's almost as if he is being afflicted with so many visions and sights that every time he gets a new one, he is going past the limitations of his mortal mind, even though he is a tiefling. Oh, half tiefling. And by every time he tries to think about something new or tries to bring back a memory, he loses something.
I believe he's full
response.
tiefling.
Is he full tiefling? I thought he was still a good
Yeah,
elf tiefling.
his dad is full tiefling.
Oh, okay, got it. Well, either way, yeah. So what you can assume is for him forcing himself to remember or trying to remember his wife, his mind rejected it. Whether and this is more magical. You assume it's something with his lineage. Something is afflicting him that is what many oracles have a problem with. They see so many things that they eventually go blind due to the fact of so many images coming. It's a similar thing for him. He's seeing so many things that it's literally breaking him inside and out.
So once we're done with that, Dira's just going to sit on the ground, kind of keep an eye on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna approach, guide you, and kind of put a hand on his shoulder for a second. And this situation is not ideal. I'm sure this is not what you had hoped for. It's not what any of us had hoped for. But the decision is yours. Do you wish to leave him here? Or do we force his hand and take him to your mother?
My mother is one of the better clerics that I know. She's been practicing far longer than I've been alive. I think if anyone could crack this, it could be her. But she also deserves answers. I would rather force my father's hand. And maybe he can get some answers and relief himself.
And perhaps
Seems
it is
like
best that we take him now before he wakes up. And we'll
Don't
take him to the
like
ship.
Against it, just confused. Once we get him there, I think it'll be better for everybody.
And then we should not
It'll take
waste.
us a while to get there.
Do we take the ship or find other means?
We are a 2-day walk from Aberdeen. And my village of Irabata is on the other side of Aberdeen, so could easily be 3 or 4 days before we get there, if we go by foot. Maybe we find some kind of other transportation means. I just don't know if we should involve the ship right now.
If it's about carrying him, I mean, I can... get something that can carry him. Not necessarily the rest of us.
We will turn to Treya and be like, Treya, did you by chance, when you saw various animals that you ended up following, was there any type of caravan or creature that was used to transport distances, or you saw merchants using?
Oh yeah, there was like big beast, curved horns. I don't know what they're called around here, but they were using to bring around a lot of different merchandise back and forth. They had like a couple per caravan. A lot of them.
Did you happen to see any stables or anywhere where they might be keeping those types of animals that we could perchance get our hands on?
East side of town, right outside the wall.
Well, perhaps we can arrange a carriage and some form of animal to pull us there and get us there a little quicker.
Might be for the best. I know my sister is in Aberdeen. It might be worthwhile reconnecting with her on the way.
I can let
Maybe
them know.
her stubborn ass can help us out.
I can contact her.
I would say wait until we're outside of Aberdeen.
Yeah.
If people knew that I was on my way to Carthus through magical means, I have a feeling if somebody were to contact my sister, they would find out we're on our way there.
How did they know? They seem to know an awful lot for just gangsters.
There has a number of ways they could. Actually, DM, because my sister and I have been communicating through letters over the past 10 years, I would know that they're kind of like magically wiretapping spells and stuff, right? In Nelthir?
Essentially, yes. There's a way to track information, even if it is the most common way possible. Yep.
Okay. In that case, I'll, like, explain that they're magically wiretapping us.
Lovely. Guess we do it the old-fashioned way.
Do we reach out to this soldier person at all, or?
He did seem to recognize you and know who you were, so perhaps it might be best for Dira and Gaiju to stay with Gaiju's dad, and the two of us go and see if we can't acquire a carriage and maybe our armored friend will make himself known to us.
Edgy, do you
say
want to
take-
stay? Or would you like maybe some time?
It might be better if you take Dira, actually. I just worry with some of the elves around here. But I can stay with Sophinia or whoever wishes to stay. I'm going to need time to process things, but I'll be alright.
Do we want to stay together? Bring them with us?
Now that my disguise has been dropped, I should probably stay outside of the city.
Alright.
I'd rather
Toting around an unconscious person probably isn't for the best.
too.
Yeah.
It's a little suspicious.
Well, there was a book that Apollo once read called Afternoons at Bernie's.
Mm.
They toted around an unconscious person. It ended poorly.
Unconscious?
Yeah, he was just unconscious.
Oh, okay. That seems interesting.
Treya's me like, I could turn into a bird. I can like hold up his wires on top. We could kind of fly him above. We could do something like that.
That
That's
sounds
horrifying.
very complicated, Treya, but we appreciate the
It sounds
thought.
it sounds so much fun.
So who's
Alright, let's go get us
going?
a cart. Wagon.
I
can
will
go by
stay here with.
myself if you want. Treya, maybe you come with,
Okay.
and the rest of you stay. If you think there's going to be a problem with their snootiness.
Whichever wants to go, I'm fine. I just want to make sure whoever's going into the city will be fine
What's-
on their own.
What's a price that we should be paying? Ain't good at that.
Would I have even the slightest idea based off of living in Nelithir in general?
We are not livestock dealers.
Nope. No, you wouldn't know the average cost of an outwards town, especially more kind of like a capital like this.
Okay.
I will go with
yeah.
Dira.
He's writing some books on this.
Okay, so we got.
You're sending the person who is very bad with money to hire the wagon.
So Dira, Apollo, and Treya are going to go get the wagon. Okay. All right.
Whichever works.
That works.
Yeah, I didn't know if we knew Jira was going. I didn't know if we were saying Dahlia or Hades should go with.
Kaiju's just gonna be vibing, so do whatever y'all want to do. I'm not
Man needs to
stopping.
vibe. Yeah, I'm good either way as well.
Hades will go to just get out of the situation because otherwise he's gonna sit there and mage
awkward.
hand flick him the whole time.
Which is kind of a little counterproductive.
Where's a stick? I need to poke him.
Possibly. Poke. Poke.
Right in the mean bean machine.
Poke.
No!
Come on.
Okay. All right.
Be safe.
That was a pretty impressive punch, by the way.
And still hurts.
I was gonna say your hands probably
Yeah,
bruised.
that's that's the thing you just kind of got to get used to punching.
I will recast Psychic Whispers before they go, so they all have an open connection to us. Minus Sophinia. Sorry, Sophinia.
Treya's gonna look at it. Paul's like, maybe you should join the fight club. You might be able to do really good in the fight club that we do on the ship. I mean, I can't do it, but maybe you can do it.
I'll kind of like lean over by her a little bit and just be like, oh, just between you and I, I've been doing push-ups every morning trying to fix that.
Oh, really? How many you got? 100? 200?
I mean, I'm at a solid 12
Oh. Yeah, you might want to wait.
a day. Yeah, it's a start. It's just, you start a book at page 1.
I like to kind of see a little bit of the ending first, you know what I mean? But it's each his own. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So while they're out heading to the other side of town, because it's going to take a little bit, what are the people behind doing?
Wherever Gaiju gets comfortable, Dahlia will just sit down next to him. Just. Do you want space? or do you want to go on a walk?
This is fine.
Okay.
It's probably
Yes.
better to not leave him, even if the Phineas. Thanks, Discord. Getting me.
Well, I meant more if you need a walk, but maybe not go far anyway. And I just know that this is a lot, and not how you wanted things to go.
In all
Are you alright?
honesty, I didn't know what to expect. The first 3 years that my father was gone, I hoped that he would return. After that, I assumed he was dead. In some far-off place, never to be heard from again. Especially more so when my mother hired all kinds of people to try to find him. Nothing ever came up. It just made sense that he would be dead.
This ruined stuff. This. Do you have these visions? Does it make any sense to you?
Don't believe I have had these visions of a ruin.
Not of a ruin, no. The first thing you saw was when he touched your face.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I was under the assumption that I was related to Gareth through my mother's side, considering she's the elf. And I haven't seen anything as far as a ruin. This is the first time.
I know we kind of agreed to not touch the sword. Did you bring it with you, by chance?
I did. I don't know if it should be used here, though.
Well, as long as you'd have it on you, I wouldn't let him know. That's just me, but if worse comes to worse and we need more answers, we do have a way to use it and get some.
I agree with you there. I think regardless, we have a lot to worry about. And as much as the inner child in me has missed my father and sought his approval all these years, it would be better off if he knew very little about us, and especially me. Us as in the group.
I can agree there. I do think that is wise, considering the rather shitty circumstances that he reached out. I'm sorry about that.
It's not the first time someone in Elithir has used me for information. So I can't say that I didn't expect it. Just hoped it wouldn't be that. Thankfully, I'm not stupid.
You're not stupid. And whatever's going on, I wish I could figure it out myself, but your mother might be the more experienced cleric, the better one to handle this, and I'm sure it's not the family reunion you've hoped for, but hopefully we can figure something out. Something positive.
If anything, I am looking forward to seeing my mother again. Though I can't say I won't blame her if she's a little mad that I was gone for quite some time, but I can at least say that 10 years ago I did tell Metacona to give her an update on me, so there's at least that. I'm at least slightly better than my father.
You're better. I hardly know him, but she'll take his hand and like give a comforting squeeze. And if it means anything, my first time in Elithir, and I do think it's very beautiful. Minus the
I do
halfling
think so.
girls.
I see it. The forests will be a little bit nicer, but the desert suffices for now.
I can't really see much of this desert, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm sure it's beautiful. I am very excited to go to a forest area, though.
Do you have your umbrella with you?
And she'll just comfort him till and hang out, vibe with
Did my
Zephynia.
mic not pick up?
Oh no, what?
Oh, he was asking if she had the umbrella with her.
Oh. Sorry, yeah, I do. I was just like for a moment, like, I guess I should specify I have been carrying this around.
Okay.
I would not be a silly goose without it.
Billy.
Oh,
We like our drow being able to see.
we like our drow dripping, and that umbrella is flashy AF. She'll whisk it out from under her skirt, kind of cloak over. I don't know what the word is. And she will pop it open in a magical flare. Be like, of course.
Good.
Shade both
I
of
like
them.
you being able to see.
I'm sure you also like me not super sunburnt, and this is very helpful for that.
I'm not gonna lie, I still worry after that one sunburn. That was so
It was
bad.
10 years ago. It's only been a
And
couple
that was a
months
really
since.
bad sunburn.
Well, yes, but you have to admit it turned to a really lovely tan after a few weeks.
After a few weeks.
How are the roads? Are we going to be able to get there efficiently? Should we be worried?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, I've never been to Carthus or Aberdeen. I've only been to the kingdom itself, and Irbada, and some of the forest. And even if I had been to these places, it's been 18 years. Anything could have changed in that amount of time.
Yeah, that's true.
All I can say is, we'll be careful. Take it one day at a time, like we always do.
We'll be fine.
We'll make it through this. We always do.
Now she'll comfort him for the rest of the time.
That's all I've got for now.
All right.
Same.
Due to the traffic and getting your way around town, it takes about an hour and change to make your way over to the east side of town. But you're able to make your way out. No guard is really worrying about you leaving. Within roughly about a 5-minute hike past the east wall, there are several stables with merchants and trainers and breeders there that are, until you get closer, unsure if there's actually ones to rent or if they're specifically only to buy, or if this is just a stable for people who just already own these creatures. But what you see are, there are a couple horses, but the ones that are attached to carriages are what Trey was describing. These are kind of like almost like a ram horse hybrid. They're like these big tall horses, but they're very, very stocky, and they got kind of like these curved ram horns in the front, but they're the shape of a horse. And they kind of got like this built-in armored shell that starts up from the nose and goes all the way back to the tail. And just goes over like their spine. But you do see currently one female that is working there, young, wearing kind of like a more of like a tavern skirt and like an apron over it, and just long black hair that's kind of like tied on one side and braided.
All right. Well, I am just going to walk up to somebody and go, "Hello. How do you go about? Do you hire a wagon here? Can you hire a wagon here?
You just want a wagon?
Wagon and one of them critters to pull it, or however many it takes.
What are you hauling?
It's just people.
People. Okay, so you just are you planning to purchase it, or are you planning to eventually bring it back?
Well, what are the options? I just kind of exchanged a slightly lost look with Hades, and what are the options?
I do believe it would probably be for the best for us just to purchase it, and we are moving roughly about, I gotta do math real quick here. Roughly 8 people or so. So enough animals to procure enough animals to move at a decent pace and not tire them out too quickly.
If you're planning to make sure that you can go for a long time, recommend having 2 of them. Large carriage. Starts like writing this down, gets on the quill, doing some math. If you're planning to purchase and not knowing exactly which one of the lot you'd like to pick from, as you can see, like there's like a stable that has like about 30 of them of different sizes and different versions of the breeds going around. Can go anywhere between 1,000 upwards from there.
1,000 gold, silver, what are we talking?
Gold.
He will, now, is that for your least appealing, or is that for medium, or is that for the best you have?
That is our average price. You can go up and down from there. Some of our youngers, you can probably save yourself about 200. If you're looking for some of them more experienced and a little bit more, let's say, agile and sturdier, the breeds, maybe about 300 more. Depends how strong you want them, how old you want them.
Does this stable seem very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, does it seem newer? Does it seem older? Does it seem like she's in charge, or does she just seem like the help?
From first glance, it looks like this is the main stable for this whole town, as far as purchasing and renting. As far as her legitimacy is here, based off of the way that she's breaking this down to you and telling you, she might not be the owner of the stable, but she looks like she has enough experience to know what she's talking about.
Okay. trying to think of how much of a butthole I want to be. He's just gonna kind of be like, all right, well, it does seem as though you are very knowledgeable, and that is quite the asset to have.
Thank you.
Preferably something in the mid-range would be fine, or a little better would be nice. We are strangers to your land, regrettably, as I can see. Is she human, elf? What is she?
She's human.
Okay. And remind me if I'm correct, Nelithir, anything non-elf is kind of frowned upon?
So it's kind of in tiers. Elves, pureblood elves, obviously, are get their way around a lot more. Humans are fine as long as they go with the actual politics of Nelithir. Outside of that, it's more or less half-breeds that are the faux pas.
Got it. Okay. So he will be like, as you are aware, myself and my compatriot here, and I'll point to Dara because she's obviously human.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the plight that you must have with the current regime of royalty and ruling factions.
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Well, from my understanding, that elves in general seem to look down upon the lesser races, as they would probably call it.
We all have our place around the Nelithir. I do find it for myself.
I'm very glad to hear that. But perhaps you could help some strangers in the land and be a bit more of a friendly interaction than we've had to deal with already. But is there any way you could perhaps help us in procuring something a little bit better? I mean, along the same lines, around 1,000 gold would be greatly appreciated if possible.
She looks at you. She looks at...
Try to roll persuasion.
She's trying to look at you. She's like, it's going to be high DC, but you can give me a persuasion check.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
Can I assist if I'm just sitting here and stand there and look very friendly?
I'll say you can't assist,
Show
but it'll
some leg.
decrease the DC. It'll decrease the DC.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll try here. Nah, that's not gonna happen. That is a 11.
Okay. She's just like, I understand your plight. I do appreciate that business from non-Elvins, but it is a business. And if I decide to give a deal to anybody that is same level as I am, I would not be making much money.
Okay.
I think the middle is fine, isn't it? Hades? Looking slightly confused about the whole exchange. I'm not quite trying to pick up on what he's putting down and very confused.
She looks at you. Now if you want, one of our sturdier boys, as she goes her by, and she just kind of like slaps on the metal part of the back of this big honking one and just immediately just looks at him. Now, where he's a little bit older, he is one of our strongest. He can make up for in one where there are two. You just want
I am
one,
going to
I can give you a deal.
walk up and take a look at this fella.
Okay.
And can I do an animal handling to see
Yeah.
if this is what she's saying is true?
Yeah.
Well, that is a natural 1 for a 6.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna insight to make sure she's not bullshitting us. She's not just trying to car salesman. You can fit so many things in here.
It just slaps that you can fit so many things inside this animal.
That's a 13.
13. And what was the check that you were doing?
Insight. That she's not trying to use car salesman us.
Okay. No, she doesn't seem to be necessarily used cars. She's just like, okay, I understand that maybe you want to try to save money. I'm trying to get you in the middle. You won't pay me as much, and I'll try to give you something that's kind of comparable to what you want. So she's not giving you like the top-notch thing, but she's willing to give you like one top-notch animal instead of two. That will make up, like, this guy she's explaining. Yeah, you get it. Yeah.
I think,
Hey, what are these called?
That's a
I'm
legitimate
literally
question.
just looking for it because I was like looking for the name right now.
horse rams. Huh.
Anavans.
Rams.
Anavans.
Sorry?
Anavans. Anavan. So they have the structure of a horse, but they have like the muscles and of like a very like gorilla kind of ram kind of thing, very strong upper body.
And what's this fella's name? I kind of give him a scratch on the side of the neck.
This is let me pull it because I got so many names for these guys. Let's see, it's the older one. Berlarin.
Well, hello there, Rolarin.
Just like looks at
You
you.
want to come along with us?
Just looks at you. He's just kind of goes down. Just goes back to eating his food. Just kind of like doesn't give a single fuck. Old cranky.
What was his name?
Berlarin. Brilaron.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was something else, and I'll tell you off stream later. Nothing bad. Anyway, so all of a sudden I don't know if you'll even see this. Hades kind of like 1,000-mile stares for a second, and then he's just, no, I think we'll just take the middle ones, the two, and the nice carriage. I'll even pay a little bit extra. It'll be okay. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, feel free to look around. I mean, if you want to get the middle, middle range, and she kind of like points out to like a few of them, as you see that you can assume like one of them is a female and the other ones are males, and they'll kind of like look the same, but the female seems to have much larger horns than the males do.
He'll be like, a female and a male would be fantastic, and then the carriage, if it could have a cover on top to protect from the sun, that would be fantastic.
Okay, well, these
that's
two,
a good idea.
if you want the female, probably he's gonna be the best one for it. They're pretty good together. They've kind of created a bond. As she kind of goes over,
That'd be fantastic.
She kind of brings over the saddles and everything like them, start hooking up, and she brings over the female, and she starts like kind of like petting like the under kind of like turkey neck of like the creature, and she says, "Bring up to you." And this is Jetty.
Jetty.
And then starts bringing over the other one, and this is Gabrielle. And yeah, it looks like the male's a little bigger, but the female has like much larger, more curved, wrapped horns. She starts putting together like a carriage for you and everything, and she puts like an over like canopy on top and everything, and starts setting you up. All right. Nothing else you need? Any kind of extra baggages or anything? Just the carriage and the Anavans?
What else do we need? They need. What do they eat?
I mean, they're usually good with the anything you can find around in this landscape. They're very used to the desert land. I mean, if they can find any kind of leaves or... I mean, they're vegetarians, so they'll find any kind of grass, plants, anything like that. They'll go for it. They also...
What would you give them for a treat?
A treat? Fruit's usually the best.
All right.
They definitely love
That's good to
pineapple.
know.
If you can find some pineapple, they love pineapple. They'll actually eat it whole, too. You don't even need to carve it up.
If there's anything else you think that we need, we can take that. That's what we might need.
Well, I'll tell you what. You threw in a nice little tip. I'll throw in an extra couple of bags, maybe some extra food for them, and a couple rations for yourselves. I'm not quite sure where y'all are going, but I can load you up with some food and some stuff for your little friends now, and kind of get you all set up.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
So she's going to set you up with 1 week's of rations for Gabrielle and Jetty, along with 4 pineapples that you can use for treats, and then a week's rations for you guys that are different kind of, not delicacies, but just random like wrap snacks you can get on here that are like kind of like nuts inside of like wet leaves and stuff like that you can munch on.
Okay. So lambus bread, sure.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, he'll make sure everything's all kind of load it up with her. Like he'll try to help and.
Okay. And you guys are all set. She does give you kind of like a.
Thank you.
She does give you like a rolled scroll that has like a legal ownership of them. That you actually, so in case if there's any question about the legality of having had these, you can actually prove that you have them, along with the card itself.
I get a quick lesson in driving and in their rain signals and stuff.
Okay. And then as she shows you, the cart that you have has a double seat in the front, and they can fit up to up to 8 medium-sized people in the back. Obviously, it'll change if you decide to do a large creature. The hell do you guys message each other?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. He's just like, okay. How much do I owe you for everything?
Oh, I assume you already paid her.
I didn't know if you had a grand total.
How much you paid her?
So that would be 1,200.
1,200. Okay. Good thing we got 10 years worth of money.
Yeah, because I very much do not.
I love how we brought Hades over to be the brains, but Apollo came in and was like, give us this, and this, and this, and this.
Don't worry about it, alright?
I am at least going to drive the cart back, because Dira is feeling slightly... Especially after not being sure what to think about the one... I don't know about these guys. Okay, I can do this. I can drive them.
Dear, you have this, dear. It's fine. You'll be able to do it, no problem.
It's actually weird to get used to it at first, because unlike horses in the front of carriages where you can kind of see over them, these Anavans are actually quite tall. So like you almost kind of if you decide to actually want to actually control them other than let them just follow a route, you almost have to kind of stand in the carriage to look over them. Otherwise, you can't actually see over like their backs.
Okay.
But you assume these are creatures that are kind of really meant for this terrain due to the sand. That there's really no spots they can't go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was like, I guess we should head back to Gaiju and his dad and Dahlia and Zavinia.
Thank you, Paula. Really appreciate that. I would not have.
Oh, it's
I was
fine.
a little lost there.
Well, I think what we were trying to do was, maybe get things cheaper, but I don't know. I kind of had the thought for a second that, Gaiju is going through a lot, and Dahlia has trouble in the sun, but on top of that,
with sunshine.
Oh yeah, thank you. Well, but like the other thing is, Gaiju's dad he doesn't seem like a very nice person or a good person. And if we're gonna go see Gaiju's mom, who seems like a very nice person and a really good person, I don't know. I thought maybe we could do something nice because we're not gonna return these animals and we're not gonna put them on the ship. I kind of thought maybe we could, just give them to Gaiju's mom.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I thought maybe a boy and girl.
So, yeah.
Well, I thought a boy and girl one, and maybe she could figure out a way to have them, and have baby ones, and then she could sell those and make more money, perhaps. And
however she wants to handle it. That's a real good thought.
Yeah, if that's something she wants to do, I thought maybe that could help her.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I appreciate it. And I think it was wise of you to speak up, because as much as I appreciate what Hades was trying to do, I don't know that it was real necessary.
Oh, well, I mean, it's always, I guess, best to, not spend all the money you have, but in some situations,
I don't
just
think it
happens.
was all the money you had.
By far, it's not, I promise.
Well, I wouldn't know about that.
Well, I mean, if you ever need anything, dear, just let us know, and I mean, I'd be happy to give you some to buy something.
Oh, well, I mean, ain't much I need, so.
Well, I mean,
if we need to spend more than I got, it's for the group, and I don't need to worry about it.
Well, but dear, sometimes it's not what we need, but sometimes it's just nice to get something we might want.
Ain't run into much that I wanted this much more than that either, so.
Well, if you, I want you to make me a promise that if you ever see something that you think is either pretty or something you want or something that's useful and that may not help the group, but you think it's great, let me know, and I want to get that for you.
I will do that. I promise you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, that way. All right. We're gonna get along. All right, and we head back to the others.
Okay. Due to the rules of Carthus, you can't bring them in, but you can leave them docked over at her stable, since it's also a docking place.
Okay, so we're not going around the outside?
Oh, if you want to go around the outside, you can go around the outside. Yeah, that works too. You can do that. I thought you were going to cross back in the middle. But yeah, you can go around the outside if you want to.
Yeah, I figured we kind of want
Gotcha.
get them used to going, yeah. Unless it's insanely farther, but I feel like, yeah.
No, I mean, you would actually... It's longer going around, but they go faster, so it would kind of meet itself halfway. At about a couple hours, you eventually see them return with these large, crazy animals that you haven't even seen before. Maybe it's just because you haven't been on this side of Nelithir before. But at first, you just see what first looks kind of like a stampede coming from a distance, and eventually you just see it's just two large creatures just carrying a cart. And until they finally curve to the side, you don't even notice like the cart because they're so large. And then you see them behind.
You certainly did it.
Yeah, they're called. I guess they're called Anavants. This here's Jetty, and this is Gabriel, and I kind of give them pets.
I hope this is suitable for what we need.
Absolutely, Apollo. Thank you, both.
We're talking about leaving them with your mama, which I think is a great idea.
And one is a boy and one is a girl. I'm not sure if you can tell that or not, but this is what they told us.
Didn't look.
But
Jetty's the girl. She's got the bigger home.
But
Good for her.
Perhaps it's something your mom can do something with that down the road.
No, I appreciate it. She'll hopefully enjoy the gift. Thank you.
Has Zarmir come around yet?
Not yet.
All right. Well, I am going to not like a sack of potatoes, but pick him up and get him settled in a seat or across the seats or whatever. Across the seats, probably.
Cool.
Is Treya hardcore inspecting these things?
She's kind of looking them over, but more or less she's kind of fascinated because she's never seen these things before, and she's just kind of both curious but almost afraid that they're gonna fucking just stop the shit out of her because they're so huge. She's like, I will look at you another time, and then she starts walking away.
Love her.
Can you talk to them?
And then you just hear her just start talking in Elvish to them. They just look at her confused, and they look at each other, and they look back at her. And she keeps reiterating the same thing. It's like, "Hi, I'm Treya. Nice to meet you. Do you understand me?" They keep looking at each other, and they just kind of look away. Can you understand me? They look at each other, and then they just kind of huff. It's like, either they don't understand me, or they're just assholes. Either way.
I was thinking more of the spell, not Elvish, but maybe?
No, she actually can speak the beast naturally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has natural beast speech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know any better, so I'm still gonna say that.
But yeah, because the way that beast speech works, it's not like it changes their language. It just means that they understand what you sound like, and you understand what they sound like, and it just works that way. So, at all intents and purposes, she's just talking to you guys, and you guys just hear it. But realistically, they should understand her. But
okay,
they're not.
So they're just being assholes.
Yeah, they're just being assholes.
Fair enough.
Can't say I will.
Maybe they just got to get to know you.
Maybe. They get one chance. After that, I give up. And she walks back on the cart.
Everybody gets one. Okay.
Everybody gets one. Tell him, Peter.
Everybody gets one. All right.
All right, we on our way then?
I suppose
Do we-
so.
Want me to cast sending to this soldier?
Oh, that's right. We never ran into
Oh.
him.
Who's this?
I
If
don't
you
know
can,
if we should be trusting additional people right now.
Who are we talking about?
well, but
I never saw this guy.
There was a gentleman in the bar who was in armor, and he was watching over Gaiju's dad. It looked like, and he seemed to be that he knew Gaiju, and he recognized Dahlia. He said, "Girl, you should know better." When she was being pretending to be drunk.
He said
think.
that?
Well, in his head, I heard it. But he went out to start the fight to cause a distraction. I think to let us to get away with Gaiju's dad.
Well,
I mean, we
If
kind of
that's
owe him,
the
I guess,
case,
a little
then
bit.
Sounds like he didn't necessarily expect us to wait up for whoever. He didn't recognize him at all.
He was wearing a helmet and armor, and
can't say I have. But he knows us, at least. And I know it's
That ain't
they'll-
necessarily a good thing.
right. But I don't know,
I mean, it
maybe
can't
we
hurt to
need
try,
all
right?
of the allies we can get. At least maybe it can find out his name or something.
It's up to
If-
y'all. I didn't see him. I ain't got no opinion on it.
If you think you can contact him, you can try. But
I was just going to cast sending. I wasn't really gonna ask him to meet us. Unless we want to.
Like, yo,
What
up?
about that tapping thing that got you was talking about? Overhear you.
The tapping thing?
the magical tapping, the wire tapping.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe if you don't mention me, but
They just
To
listen
be honest,
to all the
I was just
magical
gonna.
communications? Do they hear us thinking to each other?
I don't know.
I doubt they're wiretapping everybody.
I'm just
Well,
gonna go
then
and
maybe
cast
they-
sending while they're
They
talking.
would,
Okay.
and maybe they wouldn't know.
Okay. Okay, cast sending.
Hope you made it out alive. Would you like to tell us who you are?
What does the die say?
You hear an unfamiliar voice respond. When and where?
What is?
When and where?
So no, apparently he would not like to tell you who he is.
Oh, fire back. Hmm.
Anticipation is stewing.
I'm just trying to figure out how to word this because if I say here and now, I don't want him to like walk out of the bushes or something fucking weird.
Ooh, motherfucker!
Oh shit!
Just comes out of the water like Rambo.
Okay.
I'll fire back. That's not an invitation for meeting. It's a question that needs an answer. Please.
Just be content that we know each other, and I am not comfortable in the location I'm in to respond with my name.
fire back another one. Where all my spell slots talking to this guy.
Gonna need a long rest pretty soon.
Right?
The hazards of sending, man.
Wouldn't say we know each other if I don't know your name. Go to a better place and tell me.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, dice, let's go.
Dice, don't fail her now.
Fuck you, I'm rolling the lucky. Oh, that was cocked. Nat fucking 20.
Okay.
Worth it.
Okay.
Worth that last lucky.
Goes silent.
Then he comes out of the bushes.
Goes silent for several minutes. After about 5 minutes worth of time, sending hits you back. We are familiar with each other. I'm not surprised you wouldn't have recognized me. I had to change my form. But, it's Soma.
Wait!
We knew it! We knew it!
We're like loading shit in the wagon, she just drops a bunch of stuff, goes, God damn it!
What? What's wrong?
It's fucking Soma the whole time.
He's
With
here?
the candlestick.
In the bar fight. Oh.
Yeah. Selma in the tavern with the...
With the long sword.
Is he coming? He should probably leave with us.
We're headed that direction, kind of where the gate is, right? So he can meet us on the way.
Only Amanda were here.
That's why I'm trying to do this
Should
very
be inviting him.
slowly because I don't really want to be like, running first. Without any, he's gonna send you another message. Be like, is it that traumatizing that you didn't respond?
Oh, fucking no. She doesn't like him, though. Okay, for one, you're not traumatizing. I have so many other issues that are more dire than you. Second, I am not better than that. What the fuck was that about?
Quit wasting spells, Dahlia.
That was his sending.
Gesture. You still wasting spells.
See, I thought it was
You're right.
you sent the first one and then you paused, so you had to send another spell. And second off, and then...
Fuck it. It's Dolly we're talking about. If need be, she will.
Just burn all your spell slots, giving this guy what for.
I definitely just burn all of my third level spell slots.
You just
God.
you just internally see
still
Dahlia
wanna
just like yelling at somebody.
You're sending away. You have a problem.
You just see her like imaginary fighting with somebody.
As
And
she's
another
doing
thing.
Apollo walks up next to her and just goes, Dahlia, just invite him to come with us. Tell him to meet us here and do it for Sophinia. Quietly, he says that to her.
We already have one fugitive
Play.
with us. You really want to add
night.
another one?
Hey, if
Are
you do
you
it
counting
right when
you into that equation? Are you counting us into that equation? Because we got a few more fugitives than just one.
Yeah, so what's one more to the party? Not he's got like one of the highest bounties here or something, doesn't he? Shoot, they had Ganju's
Would-
dad.
Keep it down.
You need to calm yourself, Dahlia.
Finger in the face. Do not.
Do not make me go get Kaiju.
Trey immediately interrupts, like,
spook the
yeah.
He has
Evans.
enough. He has enough to deal with already. Let's not.
Trey is just like,
Exactly.
yeah, you're kind of
Then
up
just-
here. Can you kind of get down here a little bit? Like,
Dahlia, just do it. It's for the best. And like I said, for the...
Hey, Dahlia, which hand are you pointing in with?
It was my left hand.
That's a perception 16.
Yeah,
What,
there's an engagement ring right there.
as she like is pointing and he's like, do it for Z, he
Wait.
stops for a second, grabs her hand, and like turns it so that it's like this, and he's like,
Isn't that
well, my
lovely?
dear, it's actually very nice, yes, but do this for Z.
Rips her hand back, be like, we could find Z such a nicer fellow.
Dahlia, the hard ones were the hard ones, and you understand that most than
No,
anybody.
this is the person that almost
yeah.
tried to kill us at one point, and then tried to.
How many people
flip a
have tried to kill
180.
us? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we just picking and
How many
choosing?
of those are
Didn't-
friends?
He kind of like leans in. He's like, "Didn't guys, your dad just try to sell him to somebody? We're taking him with."
He's not a friend. He's like collateral
didn't-
right now.
I did not say Soma was a friend, but we're supposed to be meeting with him anyway eventually, right?
Guy Jericho! Starts walking over towards him.
I need help!
Where is this man? Because walking over to him.
What?
Poor graduates having a day.
I need a minute. Hang on one second.
So as Gaiju comes over, I'm like, first of all, congratulations. Secondly, I just go like this.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I'm just gonna
firstly.
stay over by the critters and keep them calm in the midst of this nonsense.
And he's just like, secondly, I'm trying to tell Dahlia it's Soma, and he's trying to get here. Just tell him to
He
meet
wants
us.
to invite Soma with us, as if he's not the fucking wanted man here. As if that's
And I
not
told
going to
her the
attract the
rest of
attention. I
us
thought the
don't
whole
want
plan
to
was going to Aberdeen and Lane
You
Grove.
just even listen to me for 1 second.
Trey just interrupts. She's like, isn't the team technically wanted?
Stay out of this.
Nobody knows your name.
Freya, go talk to the Innovans.
Freya, stop making sense.
Okay. I'll
We're
try
not
to,
used to it.
I'll try to talk to the assholes again. Hey, assholes!
I'm trying to do.
Maybe you're better.
Come here. And I give her one of the pineapples to give.
Oh, she just immediately starts eating the pineapple. It's
No,
not cut.
it's for them. It's their favorite treat.
Oh, okay.
I
She goes over there.
don't
She
know
keeps
what
like tossing her hands, like,
Tell them to share it.
"I got your treat. You gotta talk to me now, you motherfuckers."
Try to take it down a notch. They gotta take us all the way across the island.
This is the episode. This is the one that everybody needs to
This-
watch.
This is us making fun for
As-
like the
as,
really
like-
intense.
At this point, the emotionless Adarans immediately like look at her like they finally have big eyes. Before they were just kind of like dull and just kind of like move around. Now they're like, it's like, no, you can't get it till you talk to me. Talk to me. As they start coming, just like, wait, no, fuck, and then she immediately starts like turning to animals and starts running away.
Tell me they don't chase her. Please tell me they don't chase her.
Or they chase her. She immediately turns into
Oh,
like a cheetah-like creature, and immediately
So
books it.
so they're taking off after her with the
Well,
cart.
no, they stop like at their 5 feet because she has to drop the pineapple when she runs. But yeah,
All right.
I am so focused on our conversation that I don't even see the wagon move 5 feet.
All right, I'm
Or
gonna get up
Freya
there.
probably screaming.
I'm like patting them, trying to calm them down.
I don't even know what to tell you guys.
Tell him it's a bad idea. That's all.
We're supposed to be meeting up with Soma anyway, and here's the other thing, and he kind of leans into Gaiju now. It's like, I'm telling her to do this for Z.
Oh,
It's
don't
not
get
the
him
time to
in
play
like
wagon.
Why am I the one deciding this?
Because we need a tiebreaker.
what's the funniest pet? I'm curious what her passive perception is. If anyone
I
overhears this.
She's totally gonna overhear this.
No,
Hades
she does
has a
not.
point.
She only has 11. Okay, never mind.
Hades has a point in the fact that we are supposed to meet Soma, even if I don't like him.
He's an
And
asshole.
Right, we don't like the guy.
hear me out. It's better to have someone with a higher bounty than you.
We get
I'm
dragged
gonna
into
be
these-
that asshole.
Dahlia, you get a message. You just send me back. You know, I don't really like being ghosted. Are you gonna let me know where you are or not?
I start cussing an infernal under my breath.
I think I understand that. I do understand that.
Just say you're a tiefling. You should know that. Yeah.
Something about
I'm gonna straight up Captain America 2 and be like, I'll just say language back in Infernal.
I don't know if tieflings have a sign language for their tail, but she totally flipped him off with a gesture with her tail.
It's like a certain way you flick your tail, like
Just
a
like,
cat is annoyed.
flick.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, you can make sign language. I've done that for my tieflings before when I was a player. That you can teach other people like different sign language with your tails and stuff like commands and like.
It's definitely the universal tiefling. Fuck off.
Yep.
Yeah, if she says that, I'm gonna turn to Gaijin and be like, I apologize, but Dahlia, I don't do charity. And he turns and walks away.
Damn. Fuck.
He's not
Years
coming
of
to our wedding.
friendship.
He is
how he is.
frisky today.
Joke's on you, sucker. I'm the best man. And a
Best
goon
man
because I'm
for
Hades
what?
and Apollo.
Best at what?
Fireball.
Making poor life choices.
She's gonna
I don't know. There's a lot of competition for that.
like
Apollo's best man speech is like a full book, as he just made
God.
next part and moves it over.
and then this one time.
Right?
Actually, 2 speeches. It's just Hades and Apollo going back and forth.
Oh my god.
It's like a
Just
it's like
one
a
being the straight
puppeteer.
man. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, fine. You know what? Fine. She's going to cast sending back and okay, where are we? We are behind the wall by the tavern, right? Still, like in this little outcropping here.
Yeah, so you're on the east side towards the beach, or west side towards the beach.
Fire back another fucking sending message. This will be the last.
The woes of being a cleric.
We said west side, upper west side by the beach.
West side, yeah.
West side. Upper west side by the beach, behind the wall. We're leaving in 15 minutes.
Okay. Just doesn't respond to that.
She's gonna mutter "bitch" and infernal. Will help back the wagon.
Okay.
He's being this clingy dude. Like, I don't like being ghosted, sir. I'm busy right now, fighting with my fiance and his best man.
He doesn't know that.
More importantly, the best man.
And it's a very good thing he doesn't know that. He's going to completely reassess our professionalism.
I can't wait for him to show up and.
What professionalism?
Right?
Exactly.
After
He's
10
gonna have a whole section with like candles and just sit Stephanie on one side and be like, "Soma, take a seat."
After like 10 minutes, you see him like walking up. It's like there's like a random caravan that's passing by, and very much like Assassin's Creed style, he's kind of like moving with them. And he kind of breaks off as soon as they pass you. As he breaks his concentration and drops the disguise, as you see him in his regular form, but he has a cloak on where he puts up the hood. All right, I'm here.
I assume that was you back there.
In the tavern? Yeah, that was me. Where's your, You didn't lose him, did you?
I'm just pointing to the
To the...
to the cart.
The hell happened? Thought you guys made out safe.
A lot happened.
Is he alright?
He ain't well, but we're hoping that'll change. We need to get moving.
Okay.
Hi, by the way. It's been an interesting day.
I'm sure it has been. A lot of things, even since I saw you, apparently. Oh, where are we going?
Right now we're making our way to Aberdeen.
What's in Aberdeen?
Right now, my sister.
Huh. Family get together. That's something I'm fond of. All right.
I would roast you on family, but mine's not much better.
Fair enough. All right.
Why are you so wanted in Nelithir?
The Ness. I've been destroying them.
Only Nelithir would have issues with Ness getting destroyed.
Yeah, as far as I can assume of late, I think, I mean, I have no way to prove it, but the problem I've been having is getting around. I think King and Queen or someone in the council has made a deal with Oberyn. Otherwise, yeah, they wouldn't have a bounty on me so high. I don't think even Nelithir can afford to put a bounty that high on a single person, no matter how lavish they are.
Inside check.
Yeah,
Considering my bounty?
I mean, yours has been on the table for quite some minute, and from what I understand, there might be something more personal in the matter. Me, it's just they don't want me touching their shit. What'd you get?
I got a natural 1. Never mind.
He's looking
Fuck.
good today. You're looking pretty nice.
What shit are you planning to touch?
Everything. All the things, and destroy them all.
That's not ominous.
I'm here for the Plague Nest, like I told you. When I messaged you, there were 2 of them in the southern portions. But as I entered in one, I was able to figure out that there are 4 more not too far from the kingdom itself. Which is a long story, but part of it brought me back here. Then I couldn't just get in, so decided to pull off an old look. As he kind of messes with his necklace a little bit, you assume it allows him to change his form. And, well, I saw you all just walking around, and I put, I took a guess, and, went for it. Hell are you guys laughing about?
Well, I'd say it worked out overall. I think I'm glad I'm not looking at the chat.
Yeah,
Ben
right?
said it again. Sorry. He said touch anything and everything.
Yes.
Said Sophinia.
Yes. Let's move
can't
on.
with y'all.
I'm gonna...
Anywho's.
Anywho's. Well, I think it probably worked out for the best. So, who knows some good road games? I spy with my little eye.
How do you play that?
I believe you spy things with your eye.
I know a bitch when I see one.
I
Zarmir
spy
out.
with my little eye.
Lord.
Something that begins with T.
It's a tree.
Freya.
Yep.
Got it. Your turn.
Who?
Tree. It was tree.
Oh.
There's lots of trees. Yeah.
Oh,
Your turn.
it's just like, S. Sure, we'll go with S.
Got it?
Sand. It's fucking everywhere. Can't stand it. This is bullshit. He starts walking past.
Anakin.
Oh, so I guess
Okay, Anakin. That's not. Adding that to the conspiracy board.
I didn't even think about that. It's just like it's everywhere. Fuck it.
It is.
All
So
right.
you're Anakin.
All right, so you guys start heading towards Aberdeen.
Can I sit as far away from him as possible?
Sure.
Okay.
Why don't you sit up on the front box with me so I could, try and talk you down.
So we can talk about our feelings.
Are you talking to Dahlia or Soma?
Dahlia.
Dahlia. And
She wanted, to
Soma's
get
kind of
as
like
far
at
away,
the...
she wanted to get as far away from him as she can. I suggested sitting up on the.
Soma's just hanging out the far back of the carriage. He's just kind of like leaning up against the carriage door and just kind of just finding a spot to just like kind of put his back against. Try not to
I like
move.
slyly cast glances at him periodically.
I cast the glance spell and I do it
Cast
vigorously.
glance. I cast
maximum
bombastic
level.
side eye.
I put all my spell slots to cast it at maximum.
Yep.
You're gonna have to work with
Exactly.
him.
Am I just the only one that thinks this whole thing is just off?
Everything's off.
He's off.
How do you mean?
One of the big three, and then I don't know the whole Alkadai. Sorry, Alkadai. I always get it fucked up with
Alkadai,
Zarmir
yeah.
somehow.
You're right.
Okay.
Alkadai.
But he left back then.
Yeah, was that not weird to anyone? Like the whole thing, wasn't he like leading the whole charge, and then to being like, "Oh, I defected too. Come join my side." That's not weird. That's not weird to anybody.
I mean, he left and his brother both left.
His brother left way before that,
He's
and then he was
starting
hunting
the-
his brother.
He's not like starting
They
the
didn't
rebel
know where
order. He's
they-
like, join my side, join the dark side.
Dahlia, they found out where they came from and what they were being used for. What would you do?
I don't buy that this bounty is solely from Ness. There's trouble wherever he goes.
There's trouble wherever we go.
Well, the last 10 years have been okay. Until recently, but, that's fine. I'm not pointing
Nah,
fingers at anybody.
Speak to that.
I'm just saying trouble is full with him, wherever it goes, and the last thing we need is someone else's trouble.
Well, we decided we were doing this. I know you didn't like it. I thought you were on board.
If it's a team decision, I don't have to like it. But doesn't mean I have to talk to him.
Said you had to talk to him. Sitting
I
here,
just
fluffed up like a cat for 4 days ain't gonna be fun for anybody.
I'm just. You want to play some more I Spy?
Let's do that.
Oh, God.
As you guys are doing that, the rest of the people in the carriage, if you're looking at Selma, you can kind of tell that he's trying not to, but he can't help but hear the conversation. So he distracts himself by pulling out a book and he sharpens up like just a straight up, like, very thin needle of a pen, and he starts kind of sketching something in a book to distract himself.
I'm not gonna say anything to Soma just because I'm kind of in the same boat as Dahlia, but Gaiji's a lot more quiet about his opinions. However, he is going to turn to Hades. Thank you for what you did back there with my dad.
Punching him. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
No,
I'm more than capable of punching my own bastard of a father, but
I understand. The better my frustrations and angers got the better of me, and to see your father treat you as a object to be bartered with, for years, being distant and gone in your life, and treating you and your mother and your sister that way. It's just got the better of me, and well, I don't regret it, but he sort of deserved it.
He did. I guess what I'm saying is, I understand, and I don't want you to beat yourself up for it.
No, I don't. I don't at all. I just, it's just a moment of weakness, I guess you could say, and but it was valid and needed, so don't really regret it. You deserve better.
We take a week. We deal with what life hands us. And for what it's worth, I would absolutely punch your parents for you, too.
Well, if I ever knew who they were, I'd let you.
Who knows? Maybe we will.
Maybe one day,
Friends
but
look out for
that's-
each other.
Well, that is accurate, and whatever you need help with in regards to, let me know. I will do what I can.
We'll see what happens there. It just happened last night, so...
Well, you should probably tell the others too, because I'm sure they would love to know.
In time, I don't think right now is probably the best time.
It's a valid point. But on a lighter note, you get to tell your mother and your sister.
That I do. Honestly, something I never thought I would be able to do.
Well, like you said, things change, and who knows what the next day will bring us, and things seem to be more or less going in a semi-positive direction, at least that we reconnect you with your family. As long as your sister doesn't try to stab us again. And he kind of smirks at that one. Did you freeze?
I think
I
they
think they
froze.
froze.
Oh no!
I was like, that is a deadpan stare. Oh no! Oh no, their internet.
Oh, yield interwebs.
Yield interwebs. Soma's still sketching in his book.
Yep. He's trying to avoid the conversations. You assume his hearing is too efficient in this case, and he can't help but hear everybody's conversations.
Oh,
He
okay.
tries to
I was
tune
I was
everyone.
trying not to let him overhear, but if he, I mean, whoopsies, you know.
What is the sitting order in this wagon right now?
He's gonna sit in the back. I'm assuming Dahlia and Dira are in the front.
Mhm.
If you two are talking, Gadru and Apollo, I'm assuming you are either next to each other, across from each other, and I'm assuming, I'm just speculating that Sophia and Soma are going to be relatively close to each other.
Okay.
And then
If
Freya will be
not,
pretty
I
close to you guys.
I would say I purposely try to maneuver myself
To make it where they're
around
there's no
to
obstacles.
force them
Okay.
kind of by each other, or I asked Treya and her to switch spots because I have to ask Treya something.
I'm sorry, my internet died.
It's alright.
It's okay.
Would you last hear?
I think
That is a good question.
I don't
I think the thing I said before you froze was I said you could talk to your sister and mom again, and you're like,
Yeah.
hopefully, and I was like, well, and hopefully your sister won't try to stab us again.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's...
Yes. I hope not, but I would like to think things between my sister and I have gotten better in the last 10 years, even if it was just by mail.
He has a smirk on his face too as he says that.
Why are you hoping to get stabbed by my sister?
Okay. No. I just... It's more of a joke.
Fair
I have
enough.
no
I
inklings
don't think
about your
you're her
sister.
type anyways.
I was gonna say, does
don't
Apollo
think I'm
want to
really
do the
anybody's
stabbing? Is that the idea, or?
Whoa! I stabbed you first.
Ooh, my sister's a lesbian. Which, good for her. As a pansexual man myself, I don't blame her.
Alright, I prefer women as well.
Yeah.
This got awkward, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, no, and then I was trying to play musical chairs to try to like maneuver the wagon and get Z back.
Okay. After
Next time.
conversations transpire, it's still going to take you a couple days to get over to Aberdeen. It's nighttime. You guys have been up for a little while. You guys can do what you can to take a long rest however you want to take shifts. I want to do it if you want the cart to stop, or if you want the cart to keep moving and someone takes turns taking control of the cart. It is up to you. Someone offers to stay and take guard duty, but he'll mention, if you need me to,
I can take care of us, actually, for the night. If we want to camp.
Do we want to keep going, or do we want to stop? That's
Would it be
everyone.
wise of us to let the animals rest?
Yes, they can't go
I
forever.
would say just enough to let the animals rest. After that, we can take shifts.
Might not need to.
What do you have in mind, Ira?
Well, let's get it set up. Find us a spot to camp.
Okay.
And once we find a spot to camp, I am going to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
So, large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration. Unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. So basically right next to our camp. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity, which won't make people here uncomfortable at all. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or have as much damage on a successful one. The guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
Got it.
By which time we will hear that there's something going on.
Correct.
And get up.
Okay. So then you're all going to go to sleep while the guardian's out? Is that the idea?
This here's Herman. He's going to take care of us.
Herman.
Herman?
You look like a Herman.
I don't know. He just needed a name. I thought he needed a name. I don't know if it's a he.
I'll take first watch.
I'm gonna still suggest watches, just in case.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
So Trey's just like, I'm awake. I can stay up. I'll take first watch.
No, get some rest.
But I can't sleep right now.
How's Gutchy's dad doing?
No change, but he also hasn't degraded any further.
Okay. Well, just I want to kind of shift him so we don't like wind up with a bed sore situation. Just keep him.
Yeah, sure.
On cart.
Fair
You
enough.
can't rest.
Are you asking
Soma.
Treya?
Soma.
I
Was that who said it, or was it Treya?
No, it was Treya.
Oh, never mind then.
I feel like they're
Well,
constantly
if you want
staring
to
at
stay
me.
up, you can.
Ever since that pineapple tactic, they're just watching me. I'm not gonna be able to go sleep.
Treya,
I mean,
they're gonna rest. You should too.
Look at them, those beady eyes.
Oh great, the druid has taken against the pack animals. Did not see that coming.
I'll go to
you can
sleep.
sleep in the wagon.
They keep them. No, because then it'll take off and I'll be in there and I won't be able to control it.
What'd you do over here, away from the wagon? You gotta get some rest, Treya. Come on.
Alright. But they better stay over there! She finds like a little corner like between trees. She finds like a little spot and like makes herself like a little like
I have unhitched them
Shitty
from
little-
the wagon and, like, you know, have them tied up so that they wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay. Soma asks the group, well, I guess, what shift do y'all want me to do?
You can get
Whichever works for you.
Alright, well, I'm still good, so I'll stay on the first.
I make the same pained expression I'm making right now.
Okay. Alright, so Soma, Dahlia,
You can keep an eye on
the
it.
Spectral Guardian.
Oh, I will.
And who else is going to stay up? That's 3. Anybody else?
Gaju's doing second watch.
I'm just talking about
Ow.
first watch. Okay. Alright, so as the rest of you go to sleep, Dahlia and Soma need to make perception checks.
Perceiving the surroundings, but I'm totally perceiving him a little extra more.
Okay.
And that was a 2.
He is
So
like
maybe
feeling
I really
super
am-
uncomfortable with the situation, so his perception check is terrible.
Yeah, mine was a 5, so I'm just perceiving him probably.
He's just leaning up against a tree, just kind of keeping his eye on the surroundings. After like a couple hours, like, all right, we can't just be silent forever. Whoa, you know, you want to talk about something?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't make.
Do you want to
sense.
talk about something?
I mean, there's obviously some tension. I want to try to resolve it. It'd be great.
Okay. What kind of tension do you think there is?
I mean, I heard everything that happened in the cart. I mean, like you.
Cool, so you understand. So I don't need to tell you.
Alright. Fair enough. Alright, while you guys are sleeping, Gaju, where's the blade?
It is on me.
Fair enough. Okay. Alright. During your sleep, you go into one of your visions. You are perceiving the vision that you assume your father has seen. You are following a very, 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 very fast path through the woods of Nelithir into a cove of some kind that leads into this sunken-in temple underneath the ground. But the travel goes by so fast in your image that you're not able to fully remember parts of it, even scenic points. As you hear your father's voice speak to you, and then eventually see him stand next to you in this vision. I've seen this every fucking night. As he walks up closer, puts his hand on a slit of the wall as the wall itself opens up. I've only been able to get in so far. He doesn't hear it, but you hear kind of like a pounding within the walls, like something's trying to get out. Not like aggressively so, but almost like something's trapped inside, and almost like a creature, like almost like hitting against a container of water and slamming back and forth. It just sounds like sliding of a push against walls, and it almost reverberates, and you can kind of hear the echo of it. Not so loud that's annoying, but just enough that you can tell that he doesn't hear it, but you can. As... Go ahead.
I will put a hand on my father's shoulder and lead him towards the sound.
as you walk in further and you lead him to his, as you touch his shoulder, he starts to hear it too. A sort of banging. It's not specifically at one wall. It's kind of like okay, not this wall. Let's go north, maybe south, and it's just kind of like almost like a ball bouncing back and forth, just hitting off the angle it reverberates off of. And you get down into this small hallway that's open at first that you get into. As far as I've been able to ever get, as you see like bodies decayed of many soldiers, historians, and travels and adventurers that have tried their best to get in here, and it looks like the power or the traps of this place have stopped them from leaving due to their failure, and they've died of either suffocation or just of forever being locked in here. Not strapped to a wall or anything like that, but just forever just trapped within here, not knowing how to get out, not to solve whatever puzzle that he's trying to figure out. But you notice that each one has a distinctive feature. Each skull of each one has indentations of where horns were, but they currently are not there now. You can see like little stumps on the skulls of where the horns were. Dahlia, perception check, please.
Not using that dice. Okay. 22.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a second. I just need to check something in advance. As you start going through these hollowed halls, you can feel his body shaking, as if you can sense that he has a fear of what's coming up next, until you get to this big, huge open room of many bodies that have died, many people that have fallen to these traps that are in here. So you can see that they're more physical, maybe spring-loaded traps, fire, something like that. That some of them are burned, some of them are stabbed by several crossbow bolts. And then you just see a large door that he's been trying to inspect for the longest time. No handle, no lock. Flush against there, but you can clearly see the difference between the door's size from the rest of the wall. This door itself is roughly about 20 feet in height. About 8-10 feet in width. And it looks like it sinks in and slides into the wall to open. But you look at the marks around and you see it has not moved in a long time. No one has successfully opened it. Instinctively, you can feel something about it. Something you have that can open it. As you see a small slit in the middle of it for a key. Perfect shape to your sword. Dahlia, at this point, you start to see something vibrating next to Gaju. You see the sword itself starts to unwrap out of its actual bindings. It starts to lift itself up a couple inches.
I will tackle that fucker. Can I tackle it?
Sure. Exactly. Okay.
If I see it vibrating, and the moment it starts unwrapping itself, I will body it.
Okay. As soon as you grab it and take it out and you hold it, you immediately get...
I'm trying to cover it up so Soma doesn't see it.
Oh. Give me a stealth check then. Because you're running it and you're tackling it, trying to be quiet about it.
I will say, Gaiju's probably next to me, because we're engaged. So, but, yeah. I'm trying to discreetly be like, there's no magical fate sword here. What are you talking about?
This golden thing? I wouldn't worry about this golden thing.
Yeah. It's just a sword. Clothes sometimes, but, what magical item doesn't?
Right.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. What's math? 15.
15. Okay. Whether or not you're able to successfully hide this interaction with the blade, As you try to cover it up, the mere touch of it temporarily binds you to the sword. As you immediately drop to the ground, get pulled into a vision.
Gosh.
Not linked to Gaju's, though.
No, Soma, I'm defenseless against him.
He's not gonna do shit to you, calm down.
I don't trust him!
It's an NPC. Come on.
I know. It's a player, I know. That's why I'm like,
You now see what others have seen, but you have not. You now see the burning flames of an island you have not been to. You now see a future of your possible death. As you find your hands barred and chained against a large throne made out of just random pieces of structure, house, bars, everything. You don't hear anything, you just see these interactions. A battle ensue between an older version of your fiancé and the angelic warrior Zephyria, fighting off against a giant version of your grandfather. But in the end, you see that whatever happens, however this transpires, currently it is still on its path to happen. At this point, you immediately wake up as you see Soma rip the blade from your hands and throws it away, as you immediately see burn marks on your hand from holding the blade. As you immediately just wake up in pain from it, almost like it was starting to fuse itself to your skin. But due to the quietness that you had, it woke nobody up.
I will jerk myself to my feet. Did I see where he threw it?
Yeah. He just tossed it. He didn't hide it from you, he just tossed it away.
Okay. I'll grab. Gaji, what was it wrapped in? Was it like a sheath, or like was it like a cloth, or both?
It was in the sheath.
Oh, it was in the sheath. That's right. Yeah. So it was the sheath. Yeah.
Okay, I'll grab the sheath. I'll look at him very briefly. I don't say anything. I grab the sheath and I go over and if I touch the hilt, is it burning hot?
It is not burning hot as far as temperature, but it's almost like you're not allowed to touch it. So it was like reacting to you and making you feel in straight pain.
Okay. I will very as I will. Okay. Sorry, new idea. Because I'm not going to touch it. That didn't work out well 5 seconds ago. I will take my cloak as like a barrier and then put it back in the sheath.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to wrap it in my cloak. And I'm going to go and put it down next to Gaiju.
You notice as it gets closer to Gaiju, it wants to keep repeating the process. It wants to keep getting pulled into him. Not like fused into him, but it wants Gaiju to hold it.
It doesn't seem like it's gonna burn him or be a danger or anything.
You don't know.
I will sit down next to him. I'll put it between us. But I will leave ample space that's not touching either of us.
Okay.
And,
go ahead.
What's Soma doing?
Soma's just standing there watching. He's not asking questions due to the way that you just kind of gave him the you understand now kind of talk. So he's just kind of watching and just observing, but not talking. He's not getting invasive, but he's not so naive just to let this go by the wayside.
I'm just going to cast Healing Word on myself to heal any burn marks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just just gonna say it's nothing.
He doesn't say anything, he just watches. As you leave the blade there, it starts to lift itself up again. It starts slowly but surely pulling itself towards Gaju.
Can I put a rock on it?
And you could try.
If I mean, I'm gonna. It's wrapped up in the cloak, so can I like put my hands on it and push it back down?
Sure. If you want to hold down like both sides of the cloak so it just can't get away.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Nothing to see here, Soma.
So for the next couple hours until Gaju would finish the 4 hours, you spend your time just putting some weight on basically a trap to stop it from leaving. But it keeps trying to lift itself up, but it doesn't seem like it has like an intelligence of its own, so it just kind of like a balloon that keeps trying to lift but it's being hung down. Same kind of a thing.
Okay. Go ahead, sorry. Wait for Gaju to wake up.
For the rest of your vision, Gaju, due to something that happens, it seems like you're just stuck. You only can investigate the door and see that one of the things that your sword is for is to open up this door. But what happens afterwards is completely unknown. You do not know. Has your father...
I'm not even able to try anything with the sword.
You don't have the sword.
I'm kind of preventing you from having it, sorry. It's me, I'm the problem.
But your father speaks to you. I don't know what your intentions are, if this even matters to you at all. Just know that as he puts one hand on your shoulder and he looks at you. I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong. I know the way I did it was wrong. I could have come home and I didn't. I failed you. I failed your sister. I failed your mother. I will fix it. Some way, somehow. I will fix it. But as he looks back at the door, there is importance to this place. Only those with the sight can understand that. If you don't understand it now, you will eventually. But
I can't forgive you right now. Maybe. Maybe someday.
someday is fine. Maybe is fine. I'll take what I can get.
As much as I hate it, I do have the sight. And I have the key.
Wait. What key? As he looks at the wall, it looks like he can't see the slot. What are you talking about?
There's a way through the door. And it looks like I have the way through.
Like with almost like a sigh of excitement, but almost kind of like, oh, well, that's good news. we'll have to talk about that, but I understand it's not really important right now. As you start to see like a light start coming over to you, and that's like enveloping the area as the walls start to disappear. I believe that's all for now. Next time you're able to come here, we'll maybe investigate some more.
Yeah.
He just looks at you and he just smiles. And you start getting pulled back as you wake up after your 4 hours. But with that, we're going to end it there.
Woo. All the emotions this session.
The full
There was a lot of
gamut.
good shit for this session. So, yes. Yeah, there was a good stuff.
I gotta wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, sorry. So, yes, for those that are watching, do not forget that we have Star Wars tomorrow, Echoes on Thursday. Next week, unfortunately, is our week off. Gives us the time to take a break from D&D, let the DM kind of recharge. And we will have the next Blade session in 2 weeks. So 2 Tuesdays. And then we'll be back on regular schedule. So, everybody have a fantastic night. We will see you tomorrow for Star Wars. Good night.